Hey guys, Steve Muscle Talks podcast, Backstage here at NBA, and we're going to talk to some of the athletes that have competed today or going to compete today. First up, we've got...
My name's Tanya.
Tanya, and you're her coach?
Yeah, Reese McCartney from 1RM Health and Nutrition.
There you go, good plug. And we've got Candice in the background, by the way, with Chris. We don't want to bring them up in front of the camera. They're two good-looking people. Okay, so quickly, what did you compete in today, or what are you going to compete in today?
I'm competing in bikini, and I'm also competing in swimsuit. So it's my first national show. It's my first season. So first timers, novice, and then also over 30s.
Oh, I can't believe she's no way over 30. What was it like coaching her?
Yeah, it was amazing. Me and T have been working together for almost 2 years now, quite a large journey. I'll let T tell more about that, but from our starting point to where we are now is pretty incredible, and seeing the athlete she's turned into has been it's been an honour to be part of the journey. So.
Okay, what was I'm going to ask you? What was her natural ability? But what did you have to take? Like, what did you have to kind of bring in? Do you think? What was the first thing you thought? Oh, this is easy.
I think the first thing that we had to kind of work on was just the mindset and from where Tanya came from, and just to say that the dream can be a reality. So there was always a dream to step on stage. It's like we can do this.
Yeah.
We just need to click in mindset wise, and like it's achievable. And obviously working together for such a long time, getting to know each other pretty well, we know what clicks. So we've done that, and now we've got an incredible package and an incredible athlete.
Man, I should get him as my coach. Okay, and so how long have you been training?
I only just started taking training very seriously probably when I started training with Reese. So before that, it was me just attempting to try and get myself to the gym because I realised that health is kind of important, more important than probably going out and partying and drinking most weekends. Okay. So I made a pact to myself that I was going to start taking my health seriously and actually invest in it. And then that's when I started going to the gym more seriously. So start of 2023, and just the rest is history.
Oh, you've done well. I've been doing it for like 35 years. I'm still trying to get it serious. Okay, so I'm just reading my questions here. I think you've explained why you train and why you compete. Like, why compete? Why are you competing? I guess that's the question I want to ask you. Many girls or people would want to know, what was the mindset? Why do you compete?
I initially didn't start out to compete. It was more just something that I could say to myself that I could achieve it, and it was something that was kind of deeply personal. So I have dealt with like a lot of trauma in my life, and so it was, something that I needed to kind of break out of really old cycles. So things like addiction and drinking, and there are a lot of kind of poor relationships as well too. So it was a lot of background work, trying to work through that as part of my training. And I think I found solace in actually being able to have fitness as a way that I could regain my life. And then it's just given me like a whole new kind of lease on life, and opportunity to say there's so much more, and I'm just so much happier, and I'm better for it.
Oh, is that what you saw, and you knew it was in her, didn't you? As a coach, you knew the future, didn't you?
Yeah, look, I definitely saw what could become a reality. There was a lot to work through, as we said, but we did an incredible job and a lot of mindset work. Luckily, Tanya's background with psychology helps a lot with that when we're trying to convey that. So we've been able to do that. And as soon as you get the mind working right, then the body follows. So
100%. Like I said, these are my first questions I'm getting out there. Maybe I'll learn them by the end of the day. What's the hardest thing you found about prep?
I think the hardest thing was, managing all of the emotions that come up. So there's a lot of things that you don't expect that start to come up as you peel the layers of like fat away, and start to really uncover not just parts of your body that you couldn't see before because of fat, but also there's layers of emotions that are attached to that as well too. So I was an emotional eater, I was a drinker, so I just used that to mask all of my issues, and then you start to peel that away, and then you start uncovering things about yourself that you didn't realize was actually like at the core of that. So I think that's probably been the hardest. And then food, I love food. So being around temptation all the time is really difficult, and you have to learn to say no a lot to different things. So it's all about how do you balance your obligations socially and then your goals as well too. So I think that balancing act.
No, saying no, eh? Saying no, Chris, Candice, if you're out there. What was the easiest thing about the prep?
I think just being able to turn up at the gym every day, surprisingly, because I didn't think I would be like a 5-day-a-week at the gym girly, but I think having the structure there, it just took all of the extra mental, like the thinking out of it. I could just go into the gym, I could train, I could have a good workout, or I could have a really shit workout, and then, yeah, I think that was probably the easiest part.
Oh, easy, okay. Did you think that was easy too, seeing that from her?
I think once we got Tanya started really enjoying training and enjoying that part of training, that was the easiest part, where it was an escape from her work and everything else, so the gym become her little safe place. As soon as you get that going, then it's hard to get them out. So,
Oh, that's great. Okay, now why NBA? And tell us what you love about the Federation. I mean, they got us here, we've got to say something nice.
I really like just the way that they look after all of the athletes. The production is incredible. Just the way that everything is run is so professional, and you can just see it in the way that, you know, the quality of the athletes, the quality of the shows. So I think NBA is a federation that I will continue to compete in future. Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean, being a coach, I'm sure you don't really tell them where they should be competing, but you can guide them, or they tell you where you want to go. But tell us give us your insight with NBA, being a coach and watching the whole federation.
yeah, so I've watched NBA come up over the last few years, and I actually competed in NBA at the start of last year, season 8. And it's just exactly what Tanya said, very athlete-centric, no politics. It's kind of the best person on stage wins, and it's a really, really good production for everyone coming, whether you're a spectator, whether you're someone stepping on stage, or whether you're a coach watching and screaming with the posing coach in the shadows there.
Most definitely. Well, thank you guys, and I wish you luck. You look amazing, and keep up the good work and the hard work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay, we can go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Should we do some moves? Wait. Obviously,
Stop it,
we've
Steve.
got
We're at a bodybuilding
we've
show.
got. I mean, how many what's her profile now? I don't know. It's Candace something, or it's Stage Candy, or Confidence by.
Candy is the business
Whatever it is, it's got a hip thrust in it. Let me tell you. Whatever it
Either
is.
way, there's heaps of hip thrusts.
There's twerking. We've got everything going on.
We're like.
So, all right. So, what are you doing here today?
I am supporting a few of my girls who we have on stage today, posing girls.
Great. And all right,
Stage Candy for the win, baby.
for the win, team Stage Candy.
And we win just by being here. And we get to perform and feel good and enjoy like a big celebration for all the work they've done.
It is
Already
about.
winning.
It is already. It is true. It is all about getting here. It's the rest of it's supposed to be just enjoy it
Yes.
because.
Only one winner.
Well, there's not
If
only
you base it
yeah,
only on that.
but there's only one winner. But I think as well, you've done the work. You're here today, and that should be applauded.
Celebrate it. 100%.
Tell me, you've competed.
Yes.
All right. And obviously, I want to know what is the hardest bit about prep.
Wow.
And don't bring your kids up. All right, you can bring your kids
actually,
up.
no, it's not the kids. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. I think the hardest parts for me was definitely posing and money, like finances.
Yeah.
Training was easy, eating was easy. Like when you say easy, it has its hard points, but it's pretty basic stuff, training and eating, I think, for most of us. But yeah, it does, like, that's another thing. A lot of people don't realize how much money it does cost to compete. It is quite an expensive sport.
I was gonna say that.
When you have kids and single mum or whatever. But also, on top of that, the posing, the presentation, and keeping, like, your big appearance is a big deal, I think. Like, the end reveal is a big deal, and it can get quite scared. Yeah.
I feel, like you said, and it's good that you bring up, like in relation to finances, I believe however you get to this day, scrounging around, trying your best, eating plenty more
There
rice,
are actually
even rice
so many
cakes.
stories here.
I'm sure there's many
Yes.
stories, but I think that's what it is. I think when you get here, you can look back and go, how the hell did I get here?
How did I do that?
How did I do that? And
I
think
am amazing.
I'm amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's what you can look at. I'm amazing. How did I get here? I'm amazing.
Yeah.
And what is the easiest thing about prepping?
The easiest thing about prepping is definitely training, isn't it? Yeah, that's the funnest part. That's like kind of what sparks everyone's interest, I think. You start training and you start loving it, and then everything else catches on, I suppose.
That's wonderful. And let me see what else I can ask you here. All right.
What else?
Well, I know you've been training for a long time, and you've been doing. I mean, your specialty
I
is.
haven't trained for a little while, actually, just a lot of dance training for work. And I do a lot of training in terms of like mobility and dancing and stuff for like what I do for work, since I don't technically do bodybuilding for work. You know, my dancing and mobility and posing has kind of taken off training-wise. So I still keep quite fit. I'm very like cardiovascularly fit, I suppose, but I haven't lifted for quite a while. So I'm gonna have to get back into it because I want to get back on stage next year. So.
Well, you heard it first. Back on stage. So
I say that every year.
that's all right. I've probably said it lately, but I don't say much.
Okay, let's go, Steve.
I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm
come
ready.
on,
I don't know if I'm ready. But so tell me about today, and obviously tell me about NBA. Tell us what you love about Tell us about NBA. Tell us what you love about them.
Yeah, sure. Oh, the whole production of NBA is incredible. The videography, the photography, the stage, the lighting, even the fact that it's really dark out there, like it kind of makes it.
It's an auditorium type feel. It's very nice. It's
very,
like you've come to watch a theatre.
in here, man. You don't know what time it is in here right now. It feels like it's, midnight and we're all pumping.
That's true.
And
I agree.
like that. Only NBA can bring that vibe, really. So, yeah, I really do.
Well, they've done an amazing job. You're an amazing.
My coach is Michael Tromboli, who is one of the owners of the Fed as well. And obviously, I competed with them first time, and it was wonderful winning my pro card with them. So yeah, I have a little sentimental thing for NBA too.
I think we're going to get Candice to take over the microphone very soon.
Oh, I'll do the interviews today. Okay, no worries.
Awesome.
We don't know what's going to come out.
We don't know.
It could be scary, but then again, when you have the mic, we don't know what's going to come out either.
No,
very
I still don't know what's going on. All right, let's go talk to more people. Hey guys, here we are, NBA, talking to another competitor, Kelsey. But I'm going to ask you, yes, Kelsey. Give us your full name, Kelsey.
Kelsey Clayton.
Kelsey Clayton. And Kelsey, what are you going to compete in today?
Bikini and sports model.
Bikini and sports model. And how long have you been competing?
This is my second year.
What's the accent?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. All right. Okay. Well, they're a bit like Aussies, aren't they?
Pretty similar.
Very similar. Very similar. So to your second time. Today, is it going to be your second time, correct? Or you've competed twice?
I competed in 3 shows in 2024, so this will be my 4th show. So first show this season.
Are you excited?
I am.
Does each show make you want to improve or find where you missed out, what you didn't do, or fine tune something? Like I'm saying is, do you see the gaps you've left and you're trying to fill them now?
Yeah, I think it's so important to grab like the feedback and apply it to your training every day and your nutrition, and seeing where you can improve yourself for each season.
Wonderful. Now, how long have you been training?
Training properly, probably for been training off and on for 10 years.
I've been going for 35. I'm still trying to get it right.
I've been doing competitive sport when I was younger, so they made us train at the gym, but hated it back then, but now love it.
Oh, you love it. Yeah, everyone starts to love it. And tell me, why do you train and why do you compete?
I'm very goal oriented, so it keeps me motivated. Something to work towards always, and I think just the lifestyle.
Okay, I like the lifestyle too. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
This prep was pretty good. I think probably the hardest part is just keeping going kind of thing when everyone else around you is going out and you're kind of having to miss out, but just being able to stay on track.
No, that makes sense. What was the easiest part about the prep?
This prep felt so comfortable.
Yeah?
Last year I really struggled through prep. I really was grinded to the ground. This one I have a different coach, different methods that they've put in practice, and it's just been really easy, and I've just felt a bit too relaxed at times.
One of them name the coach. Who's the coach?
Chris Barndon.
Oh, Chris. Okay, well done, Chris, mate. Which, if it's going to be easy, we'll all go to Chris. Why NBA? And tell us what you love about this federation.
I haven't ever competed in this federation before, but just had so many people share their experiences. I love the shows that they put on. They clearly care about their athletes and that they are going above and beyond to make like natural bodybuilding like good and and more consistent in Australia.
Yeah, me and Chris have been to a few shows, but yeah, this one is blowing me away. From the moment we walked in the door, the whole setup, it's amazing. Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
Hopefully it gets as easy as winning.
Hopefully. Thank you.
No worries. Here we are again, backstage with
Lani.
Lani.
Yep. Lani King.
Lani King. Tell me,
Tasmania.
from Tasmania. That's another country, isn't it?
No, not quite.
Oh, it's not another country.
No.
Oh, what happened?
We come with Planet Max.
All right, got it.
That's our team.
That's your team,
Yeah.
Planet Max. Okay, so let's start with the first question.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to compete?
I've been in the fitness industry for 36 years.
Yes.
So I've always been a trainer and taken classes. It wasn't until I was 49 that someone said, why don't you have a go at competing? And I didn't want to. And then I thought about it and thought, why not? So my first comp was a disaster.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I love it.
That was fitness, and then I went in figure for the second comp because they said I was too muscular for fitness. So I found that figure was what I really enjoyed, and that was a little bit better, but it wasn't great.
And how many competitions have you done, or how many seasons?
So I had 2 back-to-back, and then I had a 4-year break, and I had some injuries. Then I competed last year in September and October in Hobart and Nationals in Brisbane, and so I won a state title last year for figure international, and then I won 5 out of 6 and came second. Then went to Nationals and won 2 seconds and a third. So I was on a roll.
No, and so you should be. You look amazing. So I guess you were a trainer. So how long have you been training? Because people will ask, oh, well, how long has she been training? How long have you been training?
Well, since I was 16, since I could get in the gym, but for bodybuilding, probably seriously only a year ago. But I've always weight trained.
Oh, well,
Always weight trained.
You're a personal trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. But seriously, for competition, more a year ago.
Well, that does change. The mindset changes. Many people
yeah.
say once you become a competitor, that's a whole different mindset.
Yeah.
So I tend to be.
Definitely.
Is there a reason to train, and is there a reason to compete? Is there something in the background that makes you keep training or also competing now?
I think for training, it's just in my blood. I actually love it. Like, I lay awake at night excited about going to the gym the next day because I'm so excited about my training sessions. I think it's about setting goals and constantly just be moving forward and seeing what you can achieve and seeing how much better you can do each time. And I think for competing, it can get a little bit addictive. For me, it's not about competing against the other women on stage. It's how can I do better than my last competition? How can I be better on stage? How can I present myself better? And have I grown more in muscles and things like that? So for me, it's more against me.
I know, I can see that, and I guess the judges' feedback helps as well to know.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Originally, just being able to cut out certain things and getting over the hunger stage. Like, I could eat your shirt some days because I was so hungry. But it's just you have to be mentally driven and how bad you want that goal. It has to be bigger than the I'm hungry in between stages. That goal has to be massive.
Oh, you can become like a cannibal. Even looking at people, you go a bit of salt there, and I'll devour that person.
Yeah. So I think it was just the getting over those hunger pains and training after work or before work and making it a priority. It's not a thing of I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's I have to do it today because if I get on stage and I don't look like I put in the work, the judges will know.
Oh, that's scary, but true. What was the easiest part about the prep?
Going to the gym and training because I love it anyway.
Okay.
That was easy.
And tell me, why NBA and what do you love about this federation?
I just like that it's natural. So we all have a chance, basically, being on stage to compete in that natural environment that they create. I like NBA. They make it personal. You get to know who's running it. You're chatting to the guys. You know what I mean? And they have that element of making you feel comfortable on stage. So that's why I'm here.
I love that. Well, good luck today.
you.
All right. You look like a winner. All the best.
Thank you so much.
All right. What's going to be your cheat meal? I never asked that question.
Chicken palmy
Chicken. Oh, a chicken.
and a donut.
Chicken palmy and a donut. God, now I'm hungry.
And my birthday cake, because I haven't had it, and that was February.
Well,
That's
I
how
won't.
dedicated I am.
Very dedicated. Happy birthday, belated. And I think, Chris, we're going to have a chicken palmy as well and a donut. All right.
Enjoy. Thank you.
We're here still, backstage. We're here with Michael. Michael, what's your full name?
Michael Bosman.
Michael, you look amazing. You've got a few rewards there. What do you got? What did you compete in? What did you win? What did you do? What did you place?
Okay, so I competed in first season classic physique. I competed in novice classic physique and over 40s classic physique. I placed fourth in the first timers and second over 40.
Is this your first time?
No, this was actually my second competition. So my first one was in the Gold Coast about 6 weeks ago, and this is my second.
Now, I'm going to assume you've always trained, but what flipped the switch, and then you said, I'm going to go on stage? Because you look great.
Thank you. Well, I'd been training for a long time, and I thought, well, there's got to be a point to the training at some point. And so I figured that why not? I'm only getting older, and thought before I turned a big half ton, I thought I'd give it a crack. See what happened.
Speaking about half ton, I'm a half ton, but because I can associate with you a little bit now. Why didn't you compete when you were younger?
I didn't really treat it that seriously, training, and I just don't think I was ready at that point. I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I don't think I was in the right headspace for it. I think right now, with the way that I am now, the way that I approach life, I was ready.
Okay, yeah, I think so. I think as well, possibly, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably just loved training, just didn't think the stage was there for you.
Yeah, totally, yeah. I think that the training was great, but a little bit of a step beyond, but this time I thought, hey, give it a crack.
Yeah. So you told me what you competed in, that's great. And you've explained how long roughly you've been training, but why do you train and why do you compete now?
I train, honestly, just to push myself as hard as I possibly can.
Yep.
It's just push the limits as far as I can. And sorry, what was the other part?
And the other is why then compete? What is there something that's? Is there a personal reason you're competing now?
There's a couple of reasons. One is obviously personal. I just want to see what I can get out of it and how far I can go with it, basically. And the other one is to show my son that this sort of thing, you can do this and you can really push yourself hard. And if you dedicate yourself to something, you'll go far.
How old's your son?
He's 15.
What's his name?
David.
David, you should be very proud of your dad, mate. I wish I had a dad like that myself. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
The hardest thing.
Hardest thing about the prep. One, don't tell me everything. And don't
Your fault. I'd say probably the...
Come in, coach. Come in for a second. Come on in.
Coach.
Come on,
This
coach.
is all your fault.
Because we've got the cheat meal here as well. I just saw the cheat meal, mate. I saw the cheat meal.
He's ready for
Yeah,
it.
so tell us what the hardest thing is before he gets you in a headlock. Because I've got the question, what was the easiest? You can leave it for that one. But what's the hardest?
I'd say the hardest part was definitely the fat loading phase that we just did. Coach extended me on that for very cruel reasons, and I'm totally I was cursing the ground you walked on. But other than that, the rest of it was just about getting used to it, I'd say.
What did you find was some of his natural talents, but what was some of the things you had to fine tune?
Just pretty much coming in a little more dialed from Gold Coast show to now. So and he definitely delivered on that sense. Did everything that we asked of him, and he delivered it. Look at him; it speaks for itself.
Yeah. I was sitting in the crowd watching that. Just, well, you might as well tell us about your coach. Give us your name, your business name.
Yep, I'm Ben Jones. I'm with Fit Pro Co. with my partner Simone, who's coach number 2.
Come on, yes, mate.
Come on.
Because we keep leaving Chris
Come
out
on,
there.
coach.
Chris will never come in front of the camera. Come in, mate. Yeah, no.
So we're both Fit Pro Co. and we've been both coaches for almost a decade. We take people through comp preps. She takes the females, I take the males. And yeah.
It's a fun little process.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it is. What was the easiest thing about the prep?
I'd say the training, definitely all the programs that my coaches gave me. Very easy to do. Just went hard. It suited me. It really suited me because it was hard. It pushed me a lot. I like to be pushed, and he dialed it right in.
That
So
is
he did his job.
No, no.
I got what I paid for.
That's very important. I mean, we can see what he paid for. We got here. What do we got? Can we see what's in there, Chris? Oh my God!
Oh, Durley.
Look at that.
It's been a while.
Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one for me. All right. I didn't come here for nothing. But then again, trust me, you don't want to see what I looked like 6 months ago. Why? And I'm going to ask all three of you, all right, this question, but just why NBA? And tell us, because we are backstage with them, what you love about the federation.
I chose NBA was the first one that I saw, and they had the shows that they had were in good locations for me, very close, but also everything like registration, the way they made it accessible for athletes as well, which was really good. It really helped. I think from start to finish, everything's explained really well. The presentation was great, so I'm happy to come back for sure.
Yeah, and I guess you're not biased to anybody, right? Whatever your athlete wants to compete in, it can be any competition. But let's talk about NBA here. Why? I'll go with you. Why? What do you see about NBA? What do you love about this federation?
Well, NBA was the first federation that I competed with personally, and just to see the evolution of the federation over these years, they really listen to their athletes, they listen to the coaches, they're always receptive to feedback. So I think as a federation, I think that's the way forward for bodybuilders, athletes, coaches, everyone involved. So that would be why I think NBA.
Yourself?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, so I did my bodybuilding show with them as well, and just to see it over the years how well it's developed, and like I said, the feedback that we end up giving and it gets listened, heard, and the adjustments are made, it's phenomenal. Yeah, so
yeah, I have to say their communication skills are exceptional. They're very much talkers, listeners, and they make you feel like, well, guys, thank you so much. Well done. Maybe I'll compete one day.
We're ready for it.
Oh, I already know my coaches what I get at the end. I know what happened. I know what the reward is. Anyway, go and enjoy it, guys. Go and enjoy it. Well done, brother. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, here we are, backstage, and I think we've got like an international contingent. Can I get your names?
My name is Toji.
Yeah, my name is Ruby.
Ruby?
Yeah. Ruby.
My daughter's name's Ruby.
Oh, wow.
How old are you, Ruby?
35.
35. My God, I thought you were as old as my daughter. 22. You look like you're 22 years old. All right. Why are you competing?
Why are you competing? Yeah.
Why have you chosen to compete?
Yeah, she's mom. She's mom. She has a boy. He's 15 years. She's already mom, but she's 6 months. We did a transformation.
Yeah.
She was before 80 kilo.
80 kilo.
She was 80 kilo. Yeah, but now
I'm 80 kilos.
yeah, she wanna, because she's just lived in Australia 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very more experienced and maybe very different place, very active people. It's very good giving activity. Some people give me knowledge, everything experience. Yeah, she's decided, okay, we have to change because in Australia, very anywhere is big, competition anywhere. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you firstly, because I can guess, but where are you from?
Yeah.
Mongolia.
We are from
Mongolia. Okay. And you are a coach?
Yeah.
You are? No. So give us, what's your coaching business called?
No, just my background, my occupation is a doctor in Mongolia.
Doctor?
Yeah, doctor.
I know everyone's bigger than what they are in Australia. Trust me.
yeah.
You're a doctor?
Yeah, doctor. I was before 2 years ago. Here is a competition for medals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have experience. I just help my Mongolian. She wanna more competition, change body. Okay, I just help. I can help you. Yeah.
And you did it?
Yeah, because I did before. Yes. Yeah, I know coach, no experience. I did myself. I so believe myself because I did in Australia 3 competition 2 years ago. Yeah, because I did everything myself.
Yourself? You did it all by yourself?
No coach, nothing. Because maybe I'm doctor, I everything muscle. And shapes, everything, metabolism, everything. I just, again, okay, it's very interesting body. Okay, come back again. I tried my body. I did. That's one.
Well done. It's amazing you got a doctor.
Yeah,
We've got a doctor in the house, by the way. How long have you been training?
6 months.
Only 6
months.
But,
Yeah.
but what about before that? Did you train beforehand? Many years or no?
No.
Wow. And what about you? How long have you been training for?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I started 2021. I started in Australia before because I was Australia's student, so busy, work, something. But, okay, I tried because I was before also 8 kilo. I changed. Yeah, I did everything. Yeah.
Girls look
Yeah,
amazing.
we are just 6 months transformation we did. Yeah.
Well,
I'm so proud.
so people should listen to that. They're going to be very proud with that. What was the hardest thing about the prep? What was the hardest thing? What did you find hard?
또 hard 기초했으면 되겠네.
Challenging.
Challenging.
Was it the food?
Food or exercise.
Listening to the doctor? Who was it?
Yeah, it's a coach 기초했어.
이런 목대를 가요했어.
Yeah, she said it's so happy. 6 months is so quick, but it's very quick change.
So it was easy?
Yeah.
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 God, Ruby.
Because my coach is very good, well
Mental,
trainer.
everything. I'm very good.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. Okay, and why NBA? And what do you love about this federation?
Yeah, because of course I did it 2 years ago. I did competition here. Yeah, it's very big because here is very beautiful location. I love it. It's stage is so beautiful. Yeah, I love it. I recommend it. Okay, we have to this one and many here anywhere, but I love it. This.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck. What are you competing in today? What is she going to compete in?
Today's bikini and fitness model category.
Well, I think you're going to do very well. Well, good luck, girls. Thank you for Thank you. Nice to meet you too. Thank you. Okay, here we are backstage again. Can I get your full name?
My name is Bailey Cross.
Bailey Cross. Are you a Sydney boy?
I'm a Sydney boy. Grew up here. Everything's close to me, which is very good. Didn't have to travel. Everything close by me, so it's all good. Sydney boy.
Sydney boy. Whereabouts?
Specifically Pemoy. I train in Pemoy. It's close to Parramatta.
Yep.
So yesterday we had tanning at North Parramatta World Gym. So that was about 10 minutes from where I live. So everything, even
fortunate.
this, was close. So it's all good.
Okay. I can see you're so focused. Okay, why? First question, why do you compete?
Well, this is my first ever competition,
Right.
Ever. I just wanted to. I've been going to the gym for a long time.
Yeah.
I wanted to test out. I wanted to see where my body is.
Yeah, please. Put it around your neck, mate. Yes, thank you so much.
I wanted to see where my body is naturally, and then see if I can go another 2 years, bring a better package, get bigger, leaner. I know today my issue was leanness, so that's what I'm going to work on towards the off season, just getting leaner.
Excuse me. That leanness is a challenge, isn't it? It's not as simple as, because I was telling Chris in the car, sometimes getting lean depletes.
Yeah.
You don't realise it. There's such a science now. You're probably learning, you're going to get the feedback. You're probably going to learn a little bit about what you do the last week or 2 weeks before you come into comp. But you look amazing, brother. You look amazing.
But I will say one thing, learning, like you were talking about, is big thing for me, because like first competition, learning a lot, no coach.
No coach.
No coach. I did have my brother here with me
He's not a
today.
good wingman.
If
Don't
you want
want
to put him on camera.
Yeah,
if he
come
wants
on
to
in,
come
wingman.
camera.
Why not?
This is my brother.
Actual brother?
Actual brother.
Actual brother.
Older brother.
What's your name?
My name's Hemi.
Hemi, I want to know, watching him compete, what did you learn?
I was just inspired by what he can do, what he can achieve. You know, he followed my footsteps, and I've been in the gym all my life, and he came in.
Yeah, he's the reason he got me into it.
And you've competed yourself?
No, not yet, but he's
going to get you there.
So, yeah,
No, listen, I love the fact that, not that I'm trying to say don't get a coach. I think coach is great, but it's great that you, I kind of like, you want to see what you're like on your own, don't you? You want to see what you're like.
So next time, maybe a coach.
Yeah, of course. How long have you been training for?
Seriously, for about 3 years, but my brother got me into it when I was 17, which is 7 years ago. But seriously, for about 3.
What about you?
Probably about 10 years now.
10 years. Okay. And what was the hardest thing about prep? I just want to know the hardest thing. Even if there was nothing, you can say nothing. But what was the hardest?
There was nothing too hard because every day was the same. The hardest thing was probably carb depleting because I felt tired, felt lethargic, had no food in me. But next time I know that I need less food, So that's going to be even harder next time. But nothing too hard. Maybe
What was the easiest?
easiest part? Just doing the same thing every day.
Yeah,
That-
just
that-
rinse and repeat.
That's what the gym is. Consistency gets you results. But next time, just got to be more consistent with diet and see how we go.
I haven't asked anyone, what's going to be your cheat meal? What's going to be your reward? What are you going to have? Someone told me they're going to have a palmy and a donut.
I have chicken breast in the fridge, and so I'll probably eat
Chicken
that.
breast and rice.
Chicken breast and rice in the fridge, so I'll probably eat that.
Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, man. And why NBA? And tell us what you love about this federation.
Well, when I looked up online, I thought it was just the basketball association. But then I looked in towards it as National Bodybuilding Australia. So the first word is natural, so that was a clear giveaway of why I want to do it, because it's natural. It's Australia, so it's close. Yeah. Why NBA? I had a look at the posing criteria of the other competitors. I really like the posing criteria and how they judge. Everything's fair. I know all the head judges are at multiple shows, so everything's fair. I know that for a fact. But everything with NBA seemed all right to be my first competition.
Well, I wish you luck, mate. Well done. And I'd like to see you on stage soon.
Maybe one day together.
Oh, 100%. All right, boys, you look amazing. Thank you. Still going, backstage. And I'm with?
Ashton McKinnon.
Ashton McKinnon. Okay, what did you compete in today?
Under 25s Classic and first season Classic. Just those two.
Okay, so is this the first time you've competed?
This is my first season, but this is my fourth show. I did the NBA Gold Coast one was the first, and then did a couple ICM ones. And then
But your first season?
Yeah, first season, yeah.
Was it exactly what you thought it'd be?
No.
Tell me then, what did you think it would be and how is it, whether it's good or bad?
Well, it was
Not
good
so much bad, whether good or hard.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a challenge, and it was a challenge, but just the feeling of how depleted you get and all that was wild. But it was worth it, 100% worth it.
It is worth it. You probably learnt a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
learned a lot about it. Probably can't wait to get back in the gym. How long have you been training?
Since grade 9, so about 6 years. 6 years, yeah. Probably about 3, 2 or
How old are you?
20.
Wow, congratulations. Show my photo of me being when I was 20. Why do you train and why do you compete?
The challenge every day, trying to get better, improve upon yourself. It's good. It's seeing how far you can progress when you stay consistent and stick to something. It's good. It's good.
What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Probably just the depletion, like getting to the final, probably 2 weeks out, and you just with no food, no carbs, and then you got to gym and sometimes work and uni and all that. It just takes it out of you.
Oh, I can imagine. Just 1 minute. I just want, hey guys, stick around. I want to talk to you if you don't mind. Wait. That's all right, because I don't want them to go. And so we'll get back in order. So university, training, that was the hardest.
Yeah.
What was the easiest?
Easiest, probably just the gym. Just getting in the gym, and I don't know. Just it's enjoyable seeing the progress you make, because when you're cutting down, it's constant changes in your body, and seeing those improvements and the change in detail is really motivating. It's the gym and how your physique changes is good.
Why NBA? And tell us why you love about this federation.
I mean, the venue, the organisers, the venue. It's a lovely place, well organised.
Mate, well done. You should be very proud of you. All right, thank you. Bye. No. Oh, you meet me?
No, I've seen you on Instagram.
Have you?
I'm mates with Krill.
With who?
Krill.
Yes, yeah, Kyrillos. Krill, yes, you're mates with him?
So I've seen a couple episodes of the podcast.
Did you watch the podcast with him?
Yeah, I did.
He got me to open up, didn't he, a bit? Yeah. Jesus Christ, now you know too much about me.
Yeah, no.
Well, firstly, you did amazing, man. We were talking about you when I was watching you on stage, and your legs, I think, were amazing stand. Everything. And I think you also had a great double bicep pose. I mean, I'm just letting you know, I'm not...
Yeah.
I just could see things about you that I was thinking you were kind of, in fact, I'll say quite, I haven't said no, you were a little bit of a personal favourite.
Oh,
so give us your name.
Very kind. Aidan Martin.
Aidan Martin. And what did you compete in?
Well, I did classic physique. I did first timers, under 25s and opens as well.
Is this your first season?
Yeah, first season. My first show was ICN last week. Used that as a bit more of a warm-up, but it's actually a bit of a last-minute decision to compete in the first place.
Yeah.
So I only did a 15-week prep.
Yep.
So honestly, really, really happy. Didn't expect too much coming out of it, but great experience.
All right, then why did you choose to compete?
Well, I've always loved bodybuilding, honestly, since I started training six odd years ago.
6 odd years, yep.
Yeah, I've always sort of enjoyed the sport. Always sort of, there was no doubt that at some point I was going to compete. Yeah, NBA, obviously great federation as well.
Is there a reason why you also wanted to compete?
Why I also wanted to compete?
Yeah, like is there a personal reason? Was it facing fear or just a personal challenge? Anything?
To be honest, I just enjoy the sport of bodybuilding.
Oh, yeah.
And just I work in the fitness industry, so I just fucking love every facet of it.
Lovely.
Obviously, I have a little bit of social anxiety, so
yes.
it's a little bit rough. I wouldn't say it's conquering my fears or anything, but yeah, no, it was a good little challenge as well.
I like it. Okay, and what was the hardest thing about the prep?
Honestly, food I could manage, even though it was
You
like
could manage
1,600 calories for fucking months.
Oh, God.
But like honestly, the time consumption of the just steps and cardio, like I was doing 18-hour non-stop days from when I leave to when I get back home, and 6 hours sleep like on repeat every day. So just mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue? No, it's mental. What was the easiest?
Training's always the best part for everyone. Diet honestly was actually surprisingly not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely prefer it over bulking, even though the calories got a little bit miserable sometimes. But yeah, overall, no, not too bad.
Okay, I like that. Why NBA? And tell us what you love about this federation.
Well, I saw NBA. Their production on Instagram looked pretty professional.
Yes.
So I was looking around at a different couple shows. So I see New South Wales was what I had my sights set on at the start. And then I saw NBA was only a week later. It was the Nationals. Looked into it a little bit more. Honestly, the production looked a little bit more professional. Not calling out ICN or anything.
No.
To be honest, I did find the process of just all athlete registration, all that stuff, a fair bit easier with these guys.
Well, I found what I'm hearing is they're very good listeners, very good communicators, and they very much make you feel involved.
Yeah. I did feel a little bit more like personal involvement as opposed to ICN, which was a little bit not so.
Yeah.
I felt.
Well, I think everyone, like I said, I think there's a reason why they seem to be growing, but like I said, the turnout's been amazing. Well done, mate. You look amazing. Thank you so much. All right, onwards and upwards. Okay, hey guys, here we are still backstage, hogging this area. Little did I know everyone wants to take photos here. I've got Reese
here.
Surname?
Watkins.
Watkins. Okay, what did you compete in today? How did you go?
I did classic. I came third in first season, second in age, and then second in opens today.
Wow, fantastic. You look amazing, man. I was watching you warm up before. I was very impressed. How long have you been training?
Training for probably overall 5 years, but for bodybuilding probably the last year and a half.
Nice mo, by the way. I'm just looking at my own mo.
Trying to grow it out.
Why not? Looks great. The question I want to ask is, why do you train and why did you compete?
Why do I train? I've just always been a sports nut, so I've always just enjoyed it. And then when I started getting a little bit high level in rugby, I wanted to bulk up a little bit because I was a little bit of a skinny guy due to swimming. And I bulked up, and then I went over to the US for 2 years to play college football. But then my last year over there, I got really into bodybuilding, and then I came back, did a physique change with MPH with my coach Bailey over there. And then I asked him, I said I wanted to compete, so we got ready for season A, and we did a off season to cut, and then we did big build season, and then we did prep, and now we're about to go back into another build season to get ready.
Awesome. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Juggling work, TAFE, and then just family activities as well, and then just being out with family, going, sorry, I can't eat these things. And then just,
how hard is family with us? It's only one little biscuit.
Yeah, I got a lot of that. Not at home, but a lot of family events, and then if I was going out with other people. But most
we
of
seem like party poopers, don't we, when we're on diets?
Yes. But a lot
Coach, come on in.
Bailey, get in here.
Come on.
But
There's the coach. Yeah, coach. Sorry, I didn't. Come
here's the boss. Here's the coach.
All right, good. Hey, how are you, Steve?
How are you? Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey. Okay. Firstly, what was he like as a client?
Oh, great. I couldn't have asked for any better. He listened to the plan. He followed everything. I couldn't have asked for any better.
What did you see was an easy thing with him, but something that you also had to bring out of him?
It's more so the calmness. It's his first show, so obviously the nerves are very high. And then just setting the expectations and managing expectations. First show, you obviously know what you want, but you're never not sure what's going to happen. So just managing that as a coach, and understanding it's our first season. We're going to see how we are next to these boys, and we'll see what happens, and then we'll really know after of what we need to improve in the next phase.
Okay. I asked him what was the hardest thing about prep. What was the easiest thing about prep? Ooh. Easy.
Probably just the training, and for me, really, because I love healthy, food was pretty simple to me. It did get boring later on, but I adapted to it. It was easy for me to enjoy the food that I was having, and there wasn't many struggles of I'm craving these foods, except for the last 2 weeks, but that's normal. But other than that, I wasn't really craving food, so that pretty much the easiest part was training, and then just that food side.
Before we ask, why NBA and tell us what you love about it, what are we going to have as a reward? Do we call it a cheat meal? What do we call this damn meal? I've seen donuts. I've heard chicken palmy. What are you going with?
For me, I've got some chocolate and lollies back there, but for the main thing, going out with family tonight for Italian, having some pasta, and then going home and having some cookies and cream ice cream.
Oh, God. All right, we know the cookies and cream. What's the pasta going to be? What's carbonara?
Yep, fettuccine carbonara.
With chicken?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, we're going to add chicken because we've got to put the protein. We're athletes.
Protein,
well,
yeah.
I think you are. Why NBA? And I'm going to ask you both this. Why NBA? And tell us what you love about the federation.
Doing both NBA and then as well ICN, just the way both of you guys run it, especially for the natural competitors, how you guys support us and push us, and no matter what, you guys are going to be there even when we have our lows. And the federation's just at a high level now and starting to build, and so it's good for all natural bodybuilders, especially in Sydney. We want to get that bodybuilding to a high level standard, so what you guys are doing here has been really good.
Awesome. And you, obviously, as a coach, they can go anywhere they want. You're not really associated with anybody, really, but as a coach, if that's what they want to do. So what do you find about NBA?
No, look, NBA, I've listened to the boys' podcast for a couple months now, and just what stands out to me is their care for athletes and the focus on athletes are first and absolutely nothing else. I think that's what makes us athletes feel special and coaches. The fact that they put us first and put athletes first is what really stood out to me compared to any other federation, to be honest. So that was the main reason. It was a last-minute decision to do NBA. So again, 2 back-to-back peak weeks, we're like, we're going to be careful. But it was Reese's decision. It was great. I ran with it because, I've only heard great things about NBA. They ran the show great. It was my first time experiencing NBA. To be honest, I'll be back. So,
awesome. Well, what are you going to have? Are you going to have a carbonara yourself tonight? What are you having?
I'm on prep myself, so I'll be having something nice.
He's on prep for IFBB.
All right, white fish, maybe with rice. I get it.
Kangaroo rice.
Kangaroo rice. I haven't eaten kangaroo. I don't know what that's like, but I'll talk off camera. Well done, mate. Well done, coach. All done. Thank you. Likewise. Here we are, backstage. I'm talking to
Jake Abramson.
Jake, what? Firstly, man, you look amazing. I know, another bit of a personal favourite. Amazing back. What did you compete in?
I competed in bodybuilding novice, bodybuilding first class, bodybuilding open, and then classic physique first class, classic physique novice and open as well. And I did a solo routine.
So, is this your first season?
This is my first ever comp.
Right, so I want to know how long you've been training for.
Well, since I was 16, so I'm 30 now, so it makes it 14 years of training.
Can I ask what got you to compete now? Why didn't you compete sooner?
Yeah, look, I've always wanted to do a competition, and each year I've always put it off, and I've hit 30 now, and I figured, look, this is the year to finally give it a go. I think it was just fear of failure, fear of judgment. Judgment.
I'm still feeling that.
But this year was the year of just saying effort and just have some fun and give it a shot. And I'm glad I did. I had the best time. So, yeah.
Wonderful. So obviously you've told us how long you've been training for. Why do you train? And you've kind of told me why you competed, but why do you train?
For me, it's a lifestyle. It's for my mental health. It's for keeping fit. It's just what I love doing. It's my hobby. It's my passion. I couldn't live without training. No matter how old I get, I'll be training. I'll never want to give it up. It's just something I love doing. I can't say much more than that.
Yeah, no, I love it too.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Oh, the hardest thing. I'm a big foodie. I have a sweet tooth. The hardest thing was definitely the final last 2 months of just eating barramundi and broccoli every day. No sugar, no carbs. Feeling just depleted, no energy, being snappy all the time. And then I learned to overcome that discipline. And just enjoy the process and just take on the process. And just look to the finish line and know that it's not forever. And it will be over one day.
What was the easiest thing about the prep?
Oh, the easiest thing? Definitely the weight training. To be honest, the weight training. Posing is hard, the dieting is hard, the cardio is hard. Like, I hate doing the step up for, an hour every day and more. You get used to it, I guess, but I still dread it. So the easiest part was the weight training, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you, being your 30 and being your first comp, are you shocked what you brought your body down to? Like, because we can do a summer body, but it's not a competing body. But when you've done a competing body, isn't it like you look at the mirror and you're going like, what the hell's happening here? Are you shocked?
Honestly, I am shocked, and I still don't know how I did it. Like, I've never looked this good. Like, I've gotten lean before in my mid-20s, and I thought that would be the shape of my life. But I'm 30 now, and I think I'm in the shape of my life, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved. I can't say much more, but yeah, I am shocked that it can be done.
I did it once. I didn't compete, but I was thinking about competing, and I was shocked myself. And it's not easy to do. Why NBA? And tell us what you love about this federation.
Well, NBA, I guess. Look, I don't really know too much about the bodybuilding competitions, being a newbie in this sport. But I wanted to compete in a natural competition for my first ever comp. Because of the job I do as well, I can't take any prohibited substances to go to that IFBB.
Nor do you, trust me. I'm just letting you know, you need to do first the groundwork.
Yeah, that's right. And I just wanted to give natural a crack, and I saw this competition, and I thought, this would be the one to give a shot. And I'm happy I gave it a go. So, yeah.
You look amazing, brother. Honestly, you look amazing. And I've been asking people now, next question, what's it going to be? What's the cheat meal? What's the reward meal? We've had pasta carbonara with chicken. We've had palmy donuts. What are you going to have?
No way. I'm a sucker for just a good greasy burger and chips and a milkshake. So, like, I'll go all out. And I've been eyeing off the Krispy Kreme Biscoff collab donuts as well. Been eyeing those off. So.
Well, there you got it. That's exclusive, mate. Well done, brother.
Thank you
like
so
I said,
much.
a personal favour. You look amazing.
I really appreciate
Congratulations.
it. I'm glad I got to,
All right, here we are, still backstage at NBA. Who am I talking to?
Arden.
Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Arden, what are you going to compete in today?
I'm competing in bikini and swimsuit today.
Wow. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. It is scary. It's pretty full on, but it's exciting overall.
Have you competed before?
This is my first season. I've done 3 shows this season, and this is the first nationals.
So you've really gone for it this season, and now nationals is where you want to really just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You got all the nerves out of the way.
Exactly. Just have my fun now.
How long have you been training for?
About 2-3 years or so. Yeah.
Okay. What made you want to compete?
I worked at a gym that had a lot of bodybuilders in it and a lot of girls, like young girls, who decided to do it, and I became friends with them, and it just changed everything for them, and I made them really happy, and I saw, all the energy that it gave them, so I thought I'd do the same thing.
Oh, that is good. I'm glad. I can see by your smile. Can I ask, why do you train? Is there a reason you train, and is there a reason you compete?
For training in general, I think it's more about mobility as you age as well, personally. I just want to be as fit as I can through my whole life. I'm only 20, so I'm fine for the moment, but as I keep going, I think it's more for mobility and health, to keep the longevity of my life. And for competing, it's probably not something that I'll do for a long time, but it's something that I want to tick off my list and say I've done, and yeah.
I love that. Okay, what was the hardest thing about the prep?
I think pushing myself when all of my friends are doing fun things, enjoying fun things.
I've heard, yes.
They've all been really great, all there for me, and try to do things that I can be part of, but I get really bad FOMO regardless. So I think that's, probably just the FOMO's been a bit tough.
Fear of missing out. What about what's been the easiest part about the prep?
Probably being able to push myself and see how far I can push myself and be proud of myself for that, and create a body that I'm happy with and can enjoy.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, and why NBA? And tell us what you love about the federation.
I really love how organised it is compared to other ones that I've been a part of so far. I feel like they're very organised, no things being messed around, and sometimes it creates extra stress. So it's nice that it's very chill, organised and well run.
Awesome. And I've decided to ask this question. What are we going to eat after the day's done?
I am staying in, oh goodness, now I can't remember. I think it's Hayfield or something. I don't know. I'm from Melbourne, but I'm staying in central Sydney. It's around where all the amazing Asian food is, so I'm just going to walk around, and anything that catches my eye, I will be eating. I went for a walk last night to try and get a good gauge of everything,
you're
and
torturing
there's just
yourself.
hundreds of things that I have already got my eye on, so that is what I'll be doing.
So it's chicken and cashew nuts, maybe Mongolian lamb, who knows what it will be. Could be Thai. Flavours. It's all just flavours, just one flavour. Well done. Good luck today. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are. Backstage. And who am I talking to?
Rachel Mikuloff.
Ayushi.
Ayushi. Okay. Rachel, what are we competing in today?
Bikini 50 plus, bikini mamas, and bikini first season.
Wow. And first season, so you've never competed before?
No, I haven't.
Well, this is first season. You might have competed weeks ago, but this is your first time, correct?
Yes, that's it, first time.
Has it met your expectations or more?
Oh, more. I love
Why?
it.
Tell us.
Well, my hair, my makeup's amazing, my costume, everything's organised. Yeah, I'm quite excited.
Why did you decide now to compete?
Well, I met this lovely lady, my coach, and she asked me, did I have a program? And I said no. So she gave me a program, and I thought, well, I may as well do something with this body that's happening. And so I decided to compete.
Well done. What did you find was her natural ability, but what did you have to incorporate with her and help her through?
Honestly, she's really good she's very coachable. So if I tell her to do something, it's no backlash, she'll just do it straight away. I think one thing, obviously, working on the training form and the diet, getting that in check was from the start. But other than that, she's been super coachable.
Besides competing, how long have you been training?
I started in August.
Training?
Started in August.
Before that?
Was it August?
No, training in general.
Training in general, a gym.
I've always been a member of a gym, so
Yep.
I've always stayed healthy.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay, I
all
thought-
my life.
Yeah, I wanted to know that. We didn't think we just pulled you off the street and bring you off on the stage, I didn't think she'd do that to you. Come with me in a headlock and you're in, I guess. And is there a reason you're competing? Is there a reason why you train? I know there's two questions in that, but I know why I train. I've never competed, so I can't tell you why I'd compete, but maybe I'd know why I'd compete, maybe to face some fears of judgment, comparison. Maybe I don't like that, but what's the reason you competed and what's the reason you train?
Yeah, just to make myself proud.
Oh, good.
It makes me feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel really proud doing this, especially at my age. I'm over 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm over 50 too, by the way.
Are you? High five.
High five, yes. You look better though, but that's another story. And how do you feel watching people a little bit more mature just deciding to compete? That's a big feat. Mostly, you wouldn't think it, but they're coming out in the open. A lot are joining and competing at a higher age. What do you think?
It honestly makes such a difference. You're such an inspiration to everyone in general, because they always think after you reach a certain age, that's it for me, I'm done, but it's never too late to start. So she is clearly showing that today.
Isn't that the wonderful thing about bodybuilding? Sometimes you can play a hobby like soccer, but eventually your knees go out on you. But see, the gym, you're always welcome back. Sometimes you'll take a break for a year and then you're welcome back to the gym. The gym is never ending. I love the gym. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Posing. Posing is the hardest.
Yeah.
It still is the hardest. I'm working on it every day. Yeah.
Okay. Posing. And what's the easiest?
Probably the Training, yeah. I think the training now. It was hard at the start, but yeah.
How do your family and friends feel around you watching
Oh,
this?
they're so excited. They follow me. They feel like they've been on this journey with me, so they love it.
I love that. I love that. And why? And I'll ask you that question as well, because you can take any athlete to any federation. But why NBA? And tell us what you love about the federation.
I love Stu. So when I first wanted to compete, I said I wanted to do this federation actually. I'm just following Stu on Instagram. Yeah, and I got to meet him last night. So yeah.
Did he match up to what you see online?
Oh, he looks better online though.
Well, I'm not saying his looks. But his personality,
Yeah,
I was guessing.
he was really
But I haven't had a good look at Stu. I will have another look at him. What about you? You can send them anywhere, but like, why NBA here now, and what do you love about it?
Well, to be honest, it's my first time here at NBA, so I haven't been to this show before. She mentioned it to me, so I was like, you know what, let's have a look. And I'm actually pretty blown away by the venue itself. It's very clean, very organised and spacious.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And so what are we going to have once the competition's over? What's the meal we've chosen? What is it? I've heard palmy, I've heard a lot of cabinet. No. Go, what is it?
Of course it's going to be Tim Tams, but downstairs there's a whole heap of restaurants, so I'm going to go have a look.
Is there anything you kind of like dreaming of?
Just my Tim Tams.
What about you? What are you going to eat?
I'm just going to have coffee. I don't need to eat anything.
Okay. Well, girls, good luck. Well done.
Thank you. High five.
High five.
Nice
High
to
five.
meet you. What's your name?
Stephen.
Stephen. Thanks,
All right,
Stephen.
thank you. You'll see me online. That's where everyone sees me.
All right.
Here we are with Mandy. Mandy, how are you firstly, Mandy?
I'm good. I'm so excited about this show. It's my first NBA show.
Is it first not only NBA show, have you competed before?
I have competed before, different federations, but I really heard so much about NBA, and I've attended the workshop. And Michael are just so friendly, and I really want to support this federation.
Oh, good. Well, you look amazing. Can I just ask, what are you going to compete in? I mean, I can guess, but who knows? Everyone's wearing a bikini.
I'm going to compete in bikini.
Well, I could see that you could go in any competition, really. How long have you been training? Not competing, training for?
Training. I've been doing strengthening, I think, for the last 6 years, but really, getting into diet and coaching is only like 1 year. I think last year, July. So I'm a beginner.
Beginner, no problem. That beginner is good. Why do you train? Why do you train? What's the reason? And also, why do you compete? 2 questions there.
I'm a physiotherapist, so it's a day job, and I get, I think I like to practice what I preach, and I think, strengthening is something that you really can control the outcome, and I really love that linear relationship with like the more effort you put in, the more outcome you see. So that's why I train.
She's very good with the camera. I might get you the microphone and you can interview me.
Okay, so...
She is very good with the camera. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
You know what? I used to be very addicted to Yochi, but now Yochi has no power over me.
Oh my God, Yochi.
No more.
Yeah, right. Tonight we're having Yochi. I bet you any money. Yochi, I know which. That Yochi store gets me every time. I tell you what. But what I don't like is, I think with Yochi, don't put anything like jelly beans in. It never goes. What was the easiest thing about the prep?
I think easiest is making friends, and here I am. I have, my best friend in bodybuilding, met in wellness, and now we just go to shows together. We support each other,
come on in,
live,
quick, come on,
and
quick.
Amira.
What's your name?
Scientist.
Hello, Amira.
Amira, and do you compete as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you obviously supporting each other, enjoying this whole journey together?
Yes.
Why do you compete?
Why do I compete?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to understand the human body to a deeper level, but that's also because I'm crazy.
Crazy, of course. You both sound crazy. Let me tell you. Why? I mean, you've pretty much mentioned why you did NBA and why you love this federation. So I'm going to ask you, after this, are we going to go have Yochi? What's going to be the cheat meal?
The cheat meal?
What are we dreaming of?
I don't know, because I'm going to also compete in sports model at 6:30. I can't think about food.
Oh, okay. What about you? What are you
I just started my prep for this year's competition, so
all right.
it's gonna be chicken rice and broccoli for me.
Chicken rice.
Rice. You know what? I'm going to go GYG.
GYG.
GYG, high carbs, high protein, okay?
I love it. I love it. Girls, thank you so much. You are so much great energy.
Thank you.
Great smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we are. You're out of breath. What did you just come off the stage from?
Just got to compete in the pro lineup. This is my first season ever bodybuilding.
And what's your name?
Lachlan Hodgkiss.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was my first time competing, first season. This was my second show, and because I came first, second and first in the classic physique for my categories, I got invited to go into the overall. I missed out on the overall, but they were still impressed by my physique, so I was able to go into the pro lineup to sort of pose with the pros.
How'd you go?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good. It was at the end of a long run, but
look, I can see you're tired, and I was with Chris sitting. We watched you when you first went on. I watched the whole lot of you, and I was thinking to myself, how long are they going to hold these guys up on stage? They really drilled you. They were drilling you guys, and I could see, and you looked amazing. And I actually, without being biased, I could see you were going to win it.
Oh, thank you.
I think because you came in very conditioned. I think what people missed out on, because you had some competitors against you, but your conditioning was amazing. I think you did amazing on your conditioning. So this is your first season, and you've explained it. Can I just ask, how old are you?
I am 34.
Right. Why at 34 compete, and why not at 24? Why not at 26? Why not? Tell me why.
In the short summary, it's just been a hell of a road, weightlifting, the gym, it's just kept me through everything. I'm actually a doctor, practicing doctor, and so had to go through uni.
Got to get you on the podcast now. Now we'll have to connect. We want some doctors on there.
Yeah. So, after leaving school, I've been at university for 8 years, and then residency training through the hospitals, and then I did GP fellowship specialist training, which is a further 3, and I just got to the end of it all. I finally got time to, it was weightlifting that got me through everything. There's been many challenges along the way, medical challenges and other stuff.
What happened here?
This, I've had part of my intestine removed because I had a hole in it. Almost died a few times.
I don't want to act like I'm taking it, like we're just going to move on from it, but are you okay now?
Yeah, no, well, of course.
Well, of course. I mean, so...
The weightlifting's got me through everything.
Well, you keep mentioning the weightlifting, and I was going to ask that question, why do you train and compete? I guess myself, I think sometimes, for myself, I guess I compete because it gives me to feel that I have a strength, an edge, or an ability that's personal. Why do you train, and why did you choose to compete? Was there a personal reason?
Yeah, I mean, when I was young, up to teenager, I was very, very obese. Very obese. And weightlifting changed my life.
Yes.
And so it's just been with me forever. And then it's been a huge passion throughout uni, focusing on the diet, the exercise for healthy life. And so now, having got to the end of it all, I wanted to put all of my hard work on show. I see it as an artwork, and you don't get to just take your clothes off in the street and show people, right? And so it's just nice to have a stage where I can say, hey, I've worked on this for years. Look at the hard work.
Are you shocked by the way you look?
Absolutely.
I remember when I ripped down one time, and I was like, forget about the summer body. When you go to competing body, it's a whole different look. You wonder where this came
next
from.
Level.
It's
Yeah,
next level.
it's so
It kind
hard,
of pops
but-
overnight. You go into the bathroom, you go, what the hell happened?
Yeah, every small change makes a big
it
difference
does.
once you get down there.
What was the hardest thing about the prep?
Oh, the hardest thing about the prep, still working, probably just the time, I'm still working a lot as a doctor. And, wife's working, and I think it's just the time commitment. People don't fully appreciate the time commitment to the cardio, the weights, then the food, calculating everything down to the sodium.
The Tupperware.
Yeah.
And the Tupperware. How did you find then your wife and the colleagues? How did they find when you really had to say no or discipline right down? Because that's some people they don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a part of my lifestyle for a while. So they're pretty supportive in me not being able to eat certain things and do certain things. wife's super supportive of it all, yeah. And work's been great, at Yarra Trail Medical. They're crazy supportive, so they've allowed me to arrange, I'm a private practitioner, but we work together, and they've allowed me to arrange my schedule to fit in the gym and everything, my eating that I need. So yeah, it's a great workplace as well.
Awesome. What was the easiest part of the prep?
The easiest part? The weights.
Everyone says the weight. Everyone's saying the weight. They're just turning up and doing the weights.
Yeah, I love the weights.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I think because I've been able to time my nutrition well, I was actually able to still see my strength progress despite the prep. Yeah, so that was great.
Okay. And why NBA? And tell us what you love about the federation.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, I picked. I'm new to the nuts and bolts of bodybuilding, and so I picked NBA because they seemed really professional.
Yes.
I really liked their drug testing standards. I'm natural. I really wanted to highlight that, and I think the other part was the timing of the shows. They got a really good series of shows. You had a lot of options to pick from, and I think they just looked really professional. And now that I've competed, I can vouch they are very professional. Yeah.
Can't wait to do it again?
Yeah, pumped. It'll be time to build up a bit and then back onto it.
I've heard that. So what's it going to be? What are we eating? What is it going to? Do I call it? I don't know if we call it a cheat meal. It's finished now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's a cheat meal, but what are we going? I've had Parmesanas. I've had carbonaras. I've had Asian.
Yeah.
I've had Tim Tams. What are you going with?
I'm going with Korean.
Korean,
which will include Korean fried chicken. But yeah,
Korean
I just love Korean food. Yeah.
Well, mate, well done. You look amazing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay, here we are with
Samuel Schwerer.
Yes, Samuel and
Martin Rafalo.
Martin. Okay, just quickly, I can see a lot of trophies here. Before you tell me what you won, what did you compete in?
I did classic physique and bodybuilding, both open and juniors, and we managed to take home the overall in both.
Have you competed before?
I competed once 2 years ago in 2023.
Yep.
I did 2 shows, and this is my 3rd show this season.
So you've competed. What, if I could ask, what did you take from the past to bring into this show?
I think a big thing would have been 4 weeks ago when I did NBA States. I got the judges' feedback, and it was pretty much just get leaner, get sharper, and we used that in the last 4 weeks. We've been working hard, and we came in leaner, and it paid off.
Okay, as a coach, what did you see? Where did you see his natural abilities? But where did you have to come in and say, right, I've got to tone him up a bit here? Not tone literally body-wise, but it could be. But natural ability, this guy's got this, but this is where I need to get him.
Yeah. Natural ability is one thing, but you also have to work hard.
Yes.
And he's definitely done the hard work. And I hope I've clearly done a pretty good job with the plan.
Yeah.
Else we wouldn't be
You
here.
have.
So I think when you combine natural ability with a hard work ethic and a good plan, that keeps you on track. The world's your oyster. So he's done really well to get here, and I'm very proud of him.
And what is your coaching business called?
Oh, I'm from JPS Health and Fitness.
There we go. I'm just making sure.
Sorry, I just need a shout out Jacob Sheppers for giving me the pre-com pep talk. So
yeah.
I just had to shout him out because he's told me to when I won. So
Awesome.
That's what he said.
How long have you been training? Not competing. How long have you been training?
Training consistently probably 3.5, 4 years now. But my whole life I've done I used to do cheerleading. So I used to lift people up. So I've basically been lifting my whole life.
You've been lifting your whole life. Can I ask, why do you train? Because there's reasons why we train. I'm going to ask you why you coach, but why do you train, and why did you compete? Why do you need to compete?
Training, I don't know. I think I just like pushing myself, and it's physical, so it's good for you. And I just enjoy training. I love it. And then after training 2 years, I was like, how else can I challenge myself? And then I found bodybuilding. I thought I had good genetics, I think. So yeah, I just thought I'd give it a go. I found Martin, and then we carried on because I enjoyed the process.
What about you, Martin? I mean, I'm sure you train as well and train people. Why do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, the reason I coach is to observe moments like this, to watch people progress over time. We've been working with Sam now for 3 years, so we've had lots of
losses, a few little wins, and we've had ups and downs. And today the things went his way, and it really all paid off. So that's why I coach.
I'm so glad we got you on. Okay, what was the hardest thing about the prep?
It was obviously like the diet and dieting down, getting leaner, and like being tired, hungry. But I also enjoy the process. Like I enjoy the challenge, and it's fun day to day. Like you won't make it here if you don't enjoy the process. So
what was the hardest part, you reckon?
Yeah, for me or for him?
Together as a team. Like, did you stress? Were you worried? You were kind of like really.
Not really. I knew he always had it in him. He just had to screw his head on certain points throughout the prep, and he did. And whenever he made a mistake, he always came back better. And I knew that if he could just keep coming back from his setbacks, he'd eventually do really well.
Awesome. What was the easiest? What was the easiest part about the prep?
About prep. Not much is easy in prep.
So I just sort of asked. Some people just said that at least turning up to the gym was easy.
Oh yeah, I find
training was
training's hard, but like it's probably the easiest thing still.
Yeah.
Like I still enjoy. I don't enjoy it as much as when I'm eating, but I still like training. So it's probably the easiest.
I know both of you, and I know you can have anyone training anywhere they want. I mean, not training, competing anywhere they want. You're not biased to anybody. But why NBA, and what do you love about NBA?
I just think it's a really well-run show. Like they prioritise their athletes, and they care about the sport, which isn't something you see too much anymore. So.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I agree. I think any federation that puts their athletes first and kind of goes out of their way to make the experience better for the athletes. Like for example, today Sam won his pro card and didn't have to pay to compete in the pro division, which is often a thing. He's going to pull his wallet out and pay more money. So I thought that was a really great initiative that they implemented, and that's why we're here.
I think it is a great initiative. Okay, what's going to be the cheat meal, or do we call it a cheat meal? What is the reward?
What are
we talking about?
I've been dreaming about this moment for months.
Wait a minute. Get a drum roll. Someone, please. What is it?
He doesn't even know yet.
There's too many options. I'm overwhelmed. So I think
do you want me to tell you what everyone? I'll tell you what everyone's been saying. Palmy, chicken palmy, carbonara with chicken. No, Asian, Korean,
burger and chips.
I think
burger and chips.
Yeah,
I've heard.
We're going to go Asian, but lots of sodium, lots of water retention tomorrow. So I'll just try. I'll go with the burger.
Are they your parents over there?
Yeah, my parents.
Yeah, they must be very proud of you. Well done. Good on you guys.
I think they are. Are you proud?
For once. For once, they're proud. For once.
He gets his waist from his old man.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah, no, I can see genetics. Yes, it's true. All right, get out of here. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Enjoy. No, my pleasure. Well done, coach.
Testing. 1, 2. Okay, we're good. Hi, I'm Candice, and we are here with Earl.
Hi.
Yes.
And this is my brother Eden.
And Eden.
Hi.
Yes. So these guys are brothers, and they competed today. So we want to know, why do you compete? What is your main drive?
I just fucking love it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think of myself as an athlete. Athletes do their sport,
Mhm.
so I'll probably just keep doing it until I can't anymore. So.
Oh, I love that. And you're very good at it.
Give me another decade, and I think I'll still be doing it. So,
I agree with that. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I've always liked to be fit, but I think mostly I saw Earl compete 2 seasons ago, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I just wanted to be on stage with Earl.
Yes, and now
we actually got that
Earl was
today.
your coach, wasn't he?
Yeah, Earl coached me.
Took
Yeah,
you through everything?
yeah. So I did what he said, and that's it. So
And is he a good coach?
he's the best coach I've ever had.
And posing wise?
Best coach I've ever had.
He's a good poser, Earl, aren't you? You love your posing?
yeah, I'm very passionate about my posing, and I think today was like a really good testament to classic physique because everyone on that pro stage just nailed the posing. So my brother included, so it was awesome to see.
It was incredible to see today. The lineup was amazing, and you guys did really, really well. Okay, so tell me, why'd you guys choose NBA?
I think NBA most closely aligns with my vision of classic physique. Like me and Stu have a lot of the same views of what it should look like, how the posing should be, what the conditioning's like, the requirements, and I just fit really well in there. So and they really look after you and sort of promote you, or like a belief in you. So ever since, I don't know, Stu gave me a little bit of belief in myself, I was like, yeah, fuck, I'll support you until I can't anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, it's nice when people give you the time of day for what you do, and we do a lot as athletes in this sport and a lot of work, so it's nice to be recognised, isn't it? Yes. Okay, what else have we got here? Steve's written me a little note. Okay.
It's the easiest.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. How long have you been training?
I don't really know, but I'd say like something like 13 years is how long I've been like lifting weights, but
Yes.
maybe 7 years of more focused on bodybuilding.
Yeah, right.
Something
Wow.
like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. How about you?
And me, I think I probably started in high school when I was about 16.
Wow.
But then I had a very long break, and I came back maybe 18 months ago.
Yeah, for the hardcore.
For the
right?
actual training, yeah.
Amazing.
So
How old are you?
Yeah, 43.
43.
Yeah.
Jeez. Started any age.
Seriously, it's never too late, is it? And you were saying that to me before because we were talking about how it's been a while for me since I've gotten back up stage and I'm a little bit scared. But yeah, as you said
when
today.
Are you getting back on stage again?
Oh, this has turned to me now. What? When am I getting back on stage? Never. No, next year maybe. Shh, don't tell anyone. Maybe. We'll do it together.
Yeah.
Let's go in for season B next year together.
I'll do it.
Party. Travel together, yeah?
Don't put it on the air if you're not going to do
He's
it.
in? Yes?
I'm in, yeah.
You in?
I'm not in. I'll support though.
Not in, but you're going to come with us. All right, let's go. Okay, you heard it. We're going to make an army and we're going to come back. All right, anything else here? Let me have a little check. Hardest thing about prep and easiest thing about prep. All right, let's do those two. All right, firstly, can you both tell me what you competed in today?
I competed in the Classic Pro lineup and the men's physique lineup. in
Yes.
Eden.
And I was just in Classic today.
Yes, okay, great. And when did you get your pro card, El?
2024 last year. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, what a weapon. Back again. Back the next year
Yep,
to come
so
and
this
try
is
again.
Third year back to back.
Well done, amazing. Okay, so what is the easiest part about prep in your opinion?
I would say the easiest part is training because I don't really change much and I'm going to train always forever. So I don't, it's just, I love it, you know, so I'll just always train. That's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. What about you?
I agree with Earl. The training's the easiest. I get out in the
Yeah.
gym every day. It's a habit. You just do it.
Yeah. I think for us all it's pretty inbuilt, the whole training thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then what is the hardest? That's the thing. What's the hardest?
I would say the hardest thing is probably social aspects where most of the people I interact with aren't bodybuilders, believe it or not.
Yes.
And it's just sort of saying no to those social arrangements or not being able to just gorge when it might be expected of you at particular times of year and stuff like that. So I think that's sort of the standard challenge.
Yeah, it is. I agree with the social
For me, 100% diet. From today, no more sardines, no more tuna.
And this is a thing with you, isn't it, Earl, these sardines? Tell us about these sardines, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I said I'd eat them every day, and here I am. It's been a year and a bit, and I've eaten them every single day for over a year.
I have seen some crazy things on your Instagram. What's the craziest thing you've eaten with sardines? Like, what's the weirdest mix sardines?
I think the strangest one, I haven't done it for a while, is sardine tacos.
Okay.
And they're actually pretty good.
Because
So,
fish tacos is a thing.
Yeah, but sardine tacos isn't.
It isn't. But you made it a thing.
Yeah.
All right. What about what did he make you eat?
Well, the sardines with cinnamon, that was a bit of an experience.
Sardines and cinnamon.
Yeah.
I love. Does it taste good?
I think I had that for breakfast yesterday. Yeah.
You love sardines, don't you?
I don't know if I love them, but
What
I
is
see
it
them.
about? Yeah, okay. So you actually don't really
I don't
necessarily
dislike them.
love them.
They're probably my
but they're
favourite
just
tinned
good for you.
fish. They're very good for you and they're very cheap.
Yeah,
You
true,
know,
true,
dollar
true.
for dollar, the best protein you can buy. You know, so there's a little hint for you all.
I've never eaten a sardine.
You should.
I think I'm going to
High
eat one.
calcium.
I'm going to eat one when I go home and I'm going to tag you.
Do it.
All right.
Everyone else tag me in sardine photos.
Yes. Anyone who likes sardines, please tag Earl. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Beautiful team of brothers. Thank you so much for giving us a great show up there, and I loved watching you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for interviewing.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
We love you. We are here with the legend Graydon. This man, for as long as I have been in this industry, has always been someone that I and many others look up to. Graydon, tell us all about you. How old are you? What did you compete in today?
I'm 38 years old. Competed in the Classic Pro division today.
Wowzers. And at 38 to be like so incredibly well known in this industry is like such a big achievement, and we love watching you. Big credit to you too, because GMF is one of the biggest leading teams in Australia, and you have so many competitors, and you and your family run that business so incredibly well, and you bring a lot to this sport. So for you to prep and work through that is astronomical. Do you think that's your biggest task, is trying to manage all those things? Like you were saying, it's definitely your biggest thing, yeah. And tell me, you obviously love this lifestyle very, very much. Do you think you'll ever do anything else?
No, definitely not. Like, part of natural bodybuilding is the whole longevity aspect of it all, and I enjoy this lifestyle. I love this lifestyle because I know further, the more time I spend in this sport, the better I become, you know. So it's definitely an old man's game. So, you know,
Us oldies, we've got to stick together.
yeah, so, you know, for the young kids out there who want something to, you know, quickly overcome, take your time. You know, natural bodybuilding is a long sport. It's a life journey. It's beautiful if you respect it, and you'll be able to achieve so much more than what you think now. So let your body mature and wise up, and over time you'll really embrace it all.
Incredible you are. Thank you so much. So tell us, you competed in Classic Physique today, and can you tell us your lineup and how it went and how you got this beautiful crown?
Well, yeah, like all the competitors were superb today at the NBA Nationals. I mean, they all brought their A game, and obviously...
May I just ask, because you are a coach, did you have anyone in your lineup that you were coaching this time? Good.
No, definitely not. No, so yeah, definitely all the kids brought their A game. Like, you know, every time when I come to these comps, it's the competitors are just so nice. Like, I feel rude sometimes because I don't know who they are, but they come up. Yeah, and it's like, hi, you say hi, but you don't know their names, but they know you. And I apologize in advance for those guys.
Yeah, you can thank them now for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I do thank you guys for always bringing your A game. Because of you guys, you definitely push me forward as an individual, as an athlete, and as a coach. So thank you guys. Without you, then, you know, I can't further on. So thank you.
Right, and today you won the...
Oh yeah, the Classic Pro show. So,
yeah, he did. That's what I want to hear.
I won the posing routine and the Classic Pro show. So this whole category is based on the golden era of classic bodybuilding. And, you know, the first place when I got into natural bodybuilding, I was attracted to the golden era, and I've always been the classic physique in bodybuilding. And obviously in the mid-2000s when I started, there was no classic physique category, and for NBA to have this particular category gives us people the chance to explore and express you know, classic bodybuilding, you know, and also the posing routines, which is a really important role or part of classic physique, you know. So
very underrated.
Yeah, so a lot of federations don't offer the posing component, like the posing routine component, and the fact that NBA does, I love that because, you know, it truly means that's classic. Yeah.
Yes, honestly, I couldn't think of a better king for the thing here. All right, so I'm very excited for you, and I think there was one more thing I wanted to know. Oh, that's right. I heard Stu saying that you were the very first Classic Pro ever.
Yes.
Did I hear that right?
Yes, that's right. So
tell me that story.
So in Australia, I was the very first Classic Pro ever because 6 or 7 years ago now, Australia introduced Classic Physique on Australian shores, and all the federations went with this Classic Physique. And at the time, I was coaching and obviously was competing in my early 20s, and then by then I was like 33, and I was like, oh, maybe I should come out of retirement now because I accomplished a lot in bodybuilding that I felt like I didn't need to go further with bodybuilding. But when Classic Physique came out, I was like, that is me. It was just all me. So
somewhere to progress.
That's right. So that category was for me. So I called up a few promoters to ask them what's the category criteria and would it fit me. And immediately they said that, no, this category is actually made for you. So that's when I started competing. And that year, I won all the overalls across all federations, including NBA, which I was their first Classic Physique champion, and then also crowned pro that day. So it was beautiful, and it's goosebumpy to come back now as a pro 6 years later to do it again. But it's phenomenal to see the youngsters over the past 6 years develop their classical physiques. And you can see today young Samuel from Melbourne, who's got an immaculate body for 18, 19-year-old. Yeah, very impressive. So classic physique is in definitely good hands when I retire very shortly. But you know, I'm proud of the category, and I just want the best for natural bodybuilding as a whole and the category itself.
Well, it is an honour to know you and your beautiful wife, and I support you guys till the end, and thank you for everything you do for our sport.
And thank you, Candice, for the interview today, and also you too for what you've done for our sport.
We're a good bunch.
We need more passionate people like this in our business.
Isn't it true?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, people
Let's do that. Let's
who
feed
truly
that.
love natural bodybuilding and just want to help people generally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
so much.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye. All right, who have we got here?
What up, mate? Jono from Off Tap Fitness. How are ya?
Jono from Off Tap Fitness, the one and the only. This guy, if you want some entertainment backstage, he's always here for it. And not only that, but you are an incredible coach. So tell us about your coaching business, please.
Yeah, not too bad. We do all feds with the beautiful, lovely Montana Bannister as well. FMG Pro, put that in there as well. But yeah, we do everyone from guys to girls, all feds. Yeah.
And you're based Queensland, is that right?
Queensland, yep. Brizzy, trying to get a little bit international. Why not? Trying to.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, we do a little bit all over Australia, so I'm pretty happy with that.
You travel a lot to all the shows, actually. I'm so excited when you're here every time. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah,
Jono's
you
travelled
gotta.
again.
Like,
you love it.
This is the main bit. If you're not fucking turning up, what are you doing?
That's right. You're all here for this lifestyle, aren't
Yeah.
you? You live and breathe this shit.
Actual. I go to sleep, I still do it. I think God hates it. He'll be like, shut the fuck up. And, oh, shit. Sorry, I swear a lot.
No, he's the best. He's the best. All right, so then you're always going to get exactly what you get with you. That's
Exactly.
what I love.
There's no bullshit.
There's no bullshit
Yeah,
going
and
on
if you want better out of it, then just do better.
Just do better
Yeah,
yourself.
someone comes in, oh, I didn't like the position. Yeah, cool. Well, fucking do better.
Do better, that's it.
Do your time, do your work. If you put the work in, you'll get what you want. But sometimes you won't get it. So suck it up and do better.
That's true. That's so true. All right, listen, Jono, tell me, what is your favourite part about prep? What's the easiest thing for you?
Oh, I would say the dieting, because I'm a psycho. I like that shit.
Yes?
But then also, yeah, the lifting side of it, I like the camaraderie. I'm all about like pumping everyone up. And imagine going out and you're versing someone that's just like, they got dog ass face when they're posing. I'm like, either get with it or go sit in the corner. Like, even if I'm not on the same team as someone else, I'll be pumping them up and getting them going. And probably shouldn't do that because it makes my job harder.
I know,
then
you share the love though, you
it's
can't
better.
help it.
It's better to do it just to do it. But yeah, everyone's on the same team.
That's right. That's right.
Same,
I
same.
love the attitude so much. Okay, what about the hardest? What's the hardest part about prep, do you think? And you can say it about your own personal preps or your clients.
The hardest bit is probably towards the end, where it's like when you have to back off. You're like, oh, you don't need to go anymore. And then people like sneak in a little bit. Oh, I did extra. I'm like, I don't want extra. Just do what you fucking get told.
Right.
And, you know,
so
leave
people are overachieving.
Yeah, like over pushing through. And I think the hardest bit, because you go so hard, when you back off a little, like you get told to back off. Like when I get told to back off, I back off. And before I'd be like, oh, we can edge a little bit more. Nah, I don't need you to do more. Like, let's just keep it how it is.
Yes.
Because we don't need more. I just need you to chill the fuck out, because towards the end, there's no point causing extra fatigue coming into the show. You want them to fucking have a little bit of relax, make sure they're getting everything coming through. So when you come on the show day, they're like, they're exotic, they're erotic, they're making it happen.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, who have you got on today?
We've got Sarah Duck, she's doing bikini. We've got Nikki Anderson, she's up in sports. You've got Freya, two-time wellness champion. She's on for the wellness, of course, and sports. And then we also have, where'd she go? Oh no.
We can cut this.
Forgot one. Oh, Ashton's already finished. That's
Ashton's
okay.
already finished.
Yeah, Ashton had his first timer for his last bit of the season, 4th and 5th. 20-year-old, absolute stonker. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, love them.
Amazing. Okay, and tell us, what about you? Who do you compete for? What have you competed for? And what have been your achievements?
I think I do everything. Fitness is my jam now, as we all know. I did a massive run for the Natural Feds last year. I ended up finishing up with FMG. I came down to Nationals for NBA. I took out quite a few bits for bodybuilding in the overs and classic. I like every Fed pretty much, ICN, NBA, WNBF, you name them, we've did them. But now I'm like soul-heartedly staying in the fitness category for FMG now, so hopefully be on next year for that one for mid-year.
I did hear rumours that you had big things planned, and I'm very excited for you.
Yeah, they're coming. I can't release it yet, but you'll find out soon.
Yeah, so excited.
I do got the big man staring at me, so I've got to make sure that I'm doing shit good. I'm gonna leave and love yous, but thank you for the interview for today.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Later.
See you, Jono. All right, who have I got? I know who this is, but who are you?
Jess.
Jess. And Jess, what are you competing in today?
Wellness.
Wellness? All right. And what categories what divisions in wellness are we looking at?
Under 30s, open and novice.
Under 30s, open and novice. Okay. And I know for a fact that you are a weapon because I have worked with you, and I am very excited to see you up there today. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
You look very calm and collected, actually.
Do I?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Mixed emotions.
Mixed emotions,
yes. Yeah.
It is a big day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a big prep, and yeah.
Yeah.
How about what's been your biggest challenge for this prep? Let me get this off. Your biggest challenge this prep?
It's a hard one. It's been a few challenges, but I feel like all are within reason in regards to prep. I mean, you enter it knowing
prep is prep, hey?
Yeah, like
it's hard.
Nothing hasn't been.
And you are an incredible coach yourself, and you have been coaching clients all through your own prep. Do you think that's been a hard thing for you to do? Has that been hard or easy? What part?
I wouldn't say it's been hard. I think they keep me sane. And they're also supportive. Everyone. No, it definitely hasn't been hard. It's definitely made me realise why I love coaching so much. Yeah.
Makes you realise why you love the sport and the industry too, hey? Yeah, you are a wonderful coach, Jess, so yeah, I give you lots of credit for that. Tell me, what is the easiest part about prep? What do you enjoy the most about prepping?
Probably training. That's probably the easiest thing.
That's the top winning answer today, for sure. I think all of us just naturally train.
Posing is the hardest.
Posing is so hard, yes.
And nutrition, you're not going to get much of anyway, so you just got to deal with that.
It's true. There's a couple of hard things there for sure. But yeah, training is solid for you.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, so today you're doing wellness, and why did you choose NBA?
One, my coach is a part of NBA, and it's a really well-run organisation. Everyone's very supportive in this, and yeah.
It's a good show, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all your photos and videos because you do dominate, Jess, and I can't wait to see you up there. Really. Love you lots, and thank you very much, Jess, for your beautiful interview.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck today, honey.
Thank you.
Love you. I have another incredible athlete here today. Who do we have?
Andy Brewer.
Andy Brewer. Now, I say who do we have, but I know Andy very well. She is incredible. So tell us about yourself. What do you do, Andy, and what brings you here today?
So I'm a pro bikini athlete. I'm here to do the pro show with NBA today. I'm also a posing coach and a personal trainer.
A very good one at that. She is lovely, this one. Okay, so tell me, what has been the hardest part about your prep?
Well, I'm a mum of two.
That is
so that's always hard, trying
Yes.
to prep and mum and manage work as well.
Absolutely.
But it's just been a long 6 months. But yeah, I'm just going to say being mum.
Managing a family and a business and life and prepping is very, very hard. I feel you. I see that. And well done to everything you've done to get through that. How about the easiest part now? What was your most enjoyable part about prep?
Being able to share the prep with my clients as well. So being on their journey with them and them knowing that I really understand what they're going through their journeys too.
That's another interesting thing too. You have got girls this season competing.
Yeah.
So you have to be supportive and be there for them and there for yourself. It's a big task, but you obviously love what you're doing, yeah?
Yeah. I find coaching my girls gets me through my darker days as well.
I am so there with you. That is wonderful. Okay, so what category are we doing in? Did you say pro bikini?
Bikini pro.
Pro bikini lineup, and why did you pick NBA?
I've heard good things about NBA for years, and I've been dying to try and get on their scene. I would love to compete with them more.
You are going to look great up on that beautiful stage with those lights. I cannot wait to see your videos and your photos and just be there and cheer for you. Just like you cheer so loud for your girls, I'm going to cheer so loud for you, Andy, and I can't wait to see you up there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Thanks.
See you soon, beautiful. Okay, guys, here we are with another couple of athletes at the NBA show. Who do we have here?
Melanie Kane.
Melanie Kane, and what are you competing in today, Melanie?
Bikini and sports.
Wonderful. And first time, second time, how long are we here?
This is my third show, but second season. Yeah, so.
Incredible, great. And who's this next to you?
Boris, I'm the coach.
We know who Boris is, don't we? He's a good coach. Is he a good coach?
He's a great coach.
Just as well, very good. And what has been the easiest part for you with this prep?
Having a good coach, probably.
Hell yeah.
Because I literally ask him a million questions a day and he just answers them all. Yep. So having a good coach, that's made it easy.
All right, what's been the easiest part, do you think, for her? What's she been the best at?
No, she actually really sticks to the plan. And I love the competitors that ask a lot of questions, because if they're not asking me questions, they could be doing something wrong. So at least she's double checking that she's doing the right thing. So yeah, and she's very on point with her nutrition and training. So I've been very happy.
Oh, great.
Very happy.
Well, this brings me to the hardest part about prep. It seems like you've had a great one, but everybody has dark days and hard times. What do you think's been your biggest challenge this prep?
The biggest challenge probably just is the sleep side of it. I have a little boy that doesn't sleep well, and so...
What's the age of the boy here?
He's 7, but he's never slept a night in his life so far through.
What?
Nah, yeah, so that's honestly for prep, that's my hardest, is that I can't get that full night's sleep. So
yes, and we know sleep is so important in prep, yeah. So would you agree with that being her biggest challenge?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
always in the check-ins there's always like not as much sleep as she needs. I was the same through my prep, I'll be honest.
Feeling good.
It makes champions.
Yeah, because he's back home with mum, so the two nights I've been here, I've had 7 full hours sleep. So
well, look at you. You are a new woman. You are a new woman. And why did you choose NBA to compete with, babe?
Well, it's my first time competing like last season with them. So, and I was happy with everything, like their show, just any questions, I just like the federation. So
you had a good time last time, so you're back again. Oh, that's really great to hear. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to be looking out for you on stage. I'll be sitting next to you. We'll be cheering.
That's lovely.
All right, and you look beautiful today. Thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you.
Thanks. See ya.
I am here with Kristen. Now, Kristen, what did you just win?
Figure international overall and figure overall and my pro card.
What do you mean? This is such an exciting day for you. Congratulations. You clearly earned it. You look amazing. Tell me, what sparked you to do figure? Have you always done figure and do you love figure? Tell me about you and your relationship with figure.
Okay, so I have wanted to do bodybuilding very quietly for years and years and years, but I spent so many years just hating my own body, and
beautiful,
first time in my life,
you're proud of yourself.
I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of what I look like. It's been a lot of work, and I never thought that I could do something like that. And then about 3 years ago, I thought, you know what? Like, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I was like, just do it. And I did fitness and sports in my first season.
Oh, wow.
And
Too big for that.
Too
many muscles for that.
I felt like this humongous beast beside all of these little girls. And I was it was square peg, round hole. I just didn't fit in. But I loved it so much and I had so much fun, and my coach at the time, Caitlin, she was incredible, and it was when I was going through my divorce as well.
Wow. That's a lot.
So I moved out and I renovated my house, and I've got 2 small kids, and so it was just the experience for me, and I thought it was just a bucket list thing.
Yes.
But I loved prep so much.
Yeah.
I say I thrive being uncomfortable. I did Ironman.
Most of us, we will thrive in amongst this chaos. Yes, it's a certain type of person, isn't it?
Yeah, I did
definitely hold
Ironman
that characteristic.
triathlons for a few years. I've done about 5 Ironman distance tries, and I don't know, I just love being uncomfortable. And then a few people suggested, and the feedback that I got from that season was not suitable in the category, go into figure. And so I went with a different coach because I felt like I needed someone more local. Yep.
And going up into the bigger category, you probably wanted to make sure you were taking care of extra.
I needed a little bit more, and that relationship kind of, it wasn't the right fit.
Yeah. That's very important in bodybuilding, don't you think, that you actually gel well with your coach, and that it's not that whether they're a bad person or not a bad person, it's literally just about finding what you need, and everybody's very different, isn't it? So it's probably one, do you reckon that would be a tip you would give people?
Don't, because that coach, well, both of my previous coaches, I adored them. I still do think the world of them. They're beautiful people, but I'm ADHD and I've got a very, my personality, I need to know the ins and outs of everything. I need to know why I'm doing it, what's the purpose of it. I'm intense.
Yep.
And
I think a body like this only comes from intensity, and something that I really like to say about only a few competitors in this industry, but tenacity.
Yeah.
And I think that is what you have, and you probably just needed that energy matched. Yeah, and everybody's got different energy, don't they? So
exactly. So then I was planning on doing, I'm trying to think, season B last year, and my new coach said, no, let's build more. Let's go and
it worked.
Build more. So
and look now.
Yeah, it was a huge off season, a lot of food. I was up to about 4,500 calories at one point.
That's like a dream for some people. No, it's quite hard. I've been on 3.5 before, and it was very hard to fit it in.
So hard. But yeah, and I've had challenges along the way.
That was one of my questions. What was your biggest challenge?
So I actually had a bowel cancer scare.
Wow.
So I've got family history of bowel cancer. My mum was diagnosed very young, and so it was genetic, and I was having some stomach issues, and I got up one morning and without saying too much, there was blood everywhere.
Oh, babe.
So I ended up getting rushed to get blood tests and CT scans, and did the screening, and the screening came up as positive, and so I was put on an urgent list for a colonoscopy and stuff like that. That was pretty, we weren't sure whether or not we'd continue in prep.
You just kept going just in case,
we just kept going. We decided...
control the controllables and deal with it when you find out what's going on.
Yeah, so my coach is in Melbourne, I'm in Adelaide, so I actually had organised to fly over and see him just so we could face-to-face talk about what we were going to do. And I asked my doctors, I said, is this going to make it any worse? And they said, well, you're not going to change being so lean so quickly, because they couldn't see anything on the CT scan because they use fat as a contrasting agent.
Oh, stop.
And because my visceral fat was so low, they couldn't see anything. So
is this how you got a false reading or something like that?
No, so there was definitely blood there, but they just didn't know from the CT scan until I got the colonoscopy.
Wow.
That was, so...
Wow, so that is definitely a big challenge to get through that. And obviously, like you said, you have small children and a family. I'm sure you have a business and work to do and everything. It's very hard to juggle all those things, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've got a 4-year-old...
Kudos to you, babe.
Little 4-year-old boy. Sebastian, and a 5-year-old about to be 6 but going on 16 little girl.
Sounds like mine too.
And Madison, every Madison I've met,
they're a handful, those Maddies, aren't they?
I didn't know until I had one, and then I kept meeting other Maddies, and I was like, oh, they're all hurricanes.
It's a thing.
Yeah. They're all hurricanes.
It's a thing. Okay. Well, the last question I'm going to ask you is, how long have you been training?
About 20 odd years. I've been in the fitness industry as mostly a group fitness instructor. and then then triathlons, and then I did CrossFit because I love CrossFit as well. So yeah, just over 20 years. I've been in the
Amazing.
industry, so.
I find that people with a CrossFit athletic background, they tend to look really, really nice in figure, like you. Like you guys have got that early muscle development from like back in the day, when you started doing those things, and you just look great. Yeah, you suit the division very well, and I think they choose a beautiful winner today. And congratulations.
Do you want to know something crazy? I'll tell you something.
I would love to know crazy things. We like crazy things here.
At school, I joined the Air Force. I served in the Air Force for 5 years.
That's already crazy.
And I used to fail my PFT, my physical fitness test, because I was so unfit.
Suck on that, Air Force.
Unhealthy.
Suck on that, Air Force. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't need no tests here. This is obvious. Peak athleticism at its finest.
And you can change your life, like I did.
Shove it up your bum.
Yeah.
Shove it up your bum. Yeah. She wants to say shove it up your bum. I'll say it for her. Shove it up your bum. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming for an interview today. And honestly, you were absolutely exhausted when you got off stage. They held you there for so long.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming and chatting to us and spending your energy with us.
It was lovely to meet you.
And so nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you. Bye, gorgeous. Bye.
Here we are again, backstage, and I'm talking to
Rebecca.
Surname?
Pern.
Tell me, Rebecca, what did you compete in and what did you come?
A bikini, and I came third. Yeah.
How long have you been competing for?
This is actually my first season. Had a super good season for my first season.
So first time really this season, that's right? You've never competed before?
I've competed in 3 other competitions
Yep.
and federations this season. NBA was my first show, so I've come over for nationals.
Wow. And how did you find it? Is it exactly what you thought it'd be or better?
It's amazing. I
It's
love
amazing?
it.
Yeah? So tell me, how long you been training?
Probably about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. What got you into training?
My sister made me go to the gym, and now she doesn't, and I have continued. So.
Oh, okay, good on you. Tell me, this prep, what was the hardest thing about the prep?
Not eating with my family, I reckon. That's probably a hard one, and then still having to cook food for them. But other than that, it's been pretty good, and I really enjoy the structure of prep. So
What was the easiest part of prep?
getting up and going to the gym.
Yeah.
Love to train. Yeah.
And tell me, why NBA? And what do you love about this federation?
I'd been watching the NBA podcast, so that's sort of what drew me in. And then I competed with them first, and it's pretty much my favourite federation in the sport. So.
And after today, what's the meal? What are we going to eat? What are we dreaming about?
That's still undecided. I'm craving chocolate, so I will have a little bit of chocolate, but I'll have a couple of days and then go straight into my reverse diet. So.
Reverse diet? Yeah. So we're going to eat chocolate, but anything like ribs, burger and chips?
Have something, but it's undecided. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Well, let me tell you what people have been saying. They got like schnitty, parmigiana, parmies, carbonara, pasta. Yeah, burgers, Tim Tams. What else have we had, Chris? Korean, Chinese.
Yeah.
So
Plenty
there you
of
go.
options out there. We don't even have to go outside the hotel.
Oh, mate, I know. So, yeah, they're probably going to have the biggest profits ever. They're going to see the most gluttony ever in this hotel. They're going to say, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations. Thank you for talking to us.
Awesome. Have a good one.
You too. Good luck. Okay, guys, here we are backstage with one of the owners of the federation. I'll get him to introduce himself.
Hey, guys, I'm Scotty. I'm from NBA.
NBA. Scotty, I want to ask firstly, how many years have you been training?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably. I did my first comp in 2017.
Yeah. But what about training when you touched weights?
Oh, probably not properly until I was sort of in my mid to late 20s. I did a bit of resistance training with football and playing high level basketball, but not really properly bodybuilding until probably like 2014, 2015. But I never competed until 2017. I was more about the process rather than getting up on stage. And
well, I'm still the process. What made you get on stage?
I think because I work in the coaching space and prepping lots of athletes, I think there's that element of you need to have that relatability to be able to, you're working with people to be able to say that you've been in the trenches. And my wife was sort of like, you got to do it, you got to do a show. And I did it and I loved the prep, but I didn't love the spotlight and all that. For me, it was just the process. And then I did a show and I went okay and did a few more and went okay. And then next thing I know, I'm competing, every 2 or 3 years, and that's sort of how it unfolded. So, yeah.
So tell me, I I'm assuming you've competed in different federations. I'm assuming that, right?
Yeah.
But what made you decide that if you're going to go into the business part, what made you decide MBA? Because I know it happened quite recent. I think it was last year when you guys spoke about it, made the announcement. And obviously I've had Michael Galante on.
I did saw the potties.
Yeah, and we spoke about his athletes still doing other federations. It's not you're stopping your athletes from going. But what made you think, well, this is where I want to invest my time, my money, also try to make bodybuilding great, which we'll talk about, but also talk about a federation being great?
I think working in the space as a coach, but also having competed and being an athlete, done other feds, you get the behind scenes of the things that are great and the things that, if I could change that, I would do that. And I did my first lot of shows through ICN and got my pro cards, did all those pro shows. And then before I was even involved with NBA, I did the NBA pro show as an ICM pro in 2023 and managed to get my pro card with NBA. And funnily enough, a couple of months after that, having chats with Stu, we'd been talking and I knew that it was potentially a possibility, but having done that show for the first time and experiencing it and I guess seeing the potential and also just how open he was to growth, there were things that maybe with some other feds that we as a community of coaches probably thought it would be better if we could do this, and sometimes it feels like maybe it falls on deaf ears, whereas Stewie was really open to, I've taken it to here, what can we do to take it to sort of where it's grown? And we had some ideas looking at it through a coach's and an athlete's lens, and then I think with that application, making some changes, a lot of hard work. It's shows like today where it's our record for our Season A Nationals, and even, record Season C last year Nationals. So knowing that all of the processes that we've been putting in place for the last 12 months starting to pay dividends, which is exciting, man.
What did you think as the group, collective now, what do you think you bring different that you're saying, I'm glad we brought this in? Just thinking one thing, let's not go on to too much.
Yeah, I think athlete experience, and that sort of is,
everyone's talking about that.
It's at the forefront of everything that we do. So as an athlete, what do you love? As a coach, what do you see that your athletes love? And then how can that be implemented? And that's something we've tried to do from, getting to know people's names before they even rock up, meeting them at the workshops. We travel around the country, even just doing anything that we can to make the athlete experience better, because ultimately, it's a federation run for athletes to an extent by athletes. We see what we like, we take feedback, and again, we're open to it. One of the first things we will be doing as soon as this is done is we send out a survey. We want to know what are the things you loved, what did you perhaps prefer that we could change, constructive criticism, because if we want to level it up, you have to evolve. And it's funny enough, that's Stewie, who's the founder, it's one of his sort of mantras, evolve or disappear. It's something that we're very, very passionate about. We want to make sure that we're not just stopping here, we're in other countries now. We've aligned with DFBA, which is a global alliance. So giving our athletes pipelines to be able to not just compete in Australia as amateurs and as pros, to go overseas and widen the scope of where they can take their bodybuilding.
That's a lot of that's something that all of them have been saying about the communication, the listening, understanding the athlete. It's been across the board, even with the coaches, because we've had some of the coaches in here with. So it's something you'll get to hear this back anyway. Seeing that, I don't know if we're going to get a chance to talk to Stu. Tell us about Stu. We're going to ask all you guys to give us your Stu interpretation, not impersonation, but interpretation.
Getting to know him, he's not the personality I first thought he was. He's a really compassionate, empathetic, caring individual. When on the exterior, looking at him, he's got the big beard. He kind of looks like he's a big bikie, but he's just, seeing how emotional he can get, like with competitors talking about their journey. MG will, give the whole dialogue of what the prep was and taken, and he's in tears. You know what I mean? So I think knowing how much he cares about it, at least for us to come on board, it was a big reasoning behind why, and also knowing that he's not set in his ways, he's open to change. He understands that you need to take other people's opinions, no different to how we are. We want other people's opinions. When we jump off here, I'm going to ask you, what did you think of the show? How do you find it? Because it's user experience, and I think if you're not factoring that into whatever you do, eventually you're going to fall behind.
Yeah, I tell people as well, these things are supposed to be entertaining. And entertainment needs to be an element of joy. And that's, I think, we've got to always make sure if we're people buying tickets, if you go to a concert, I mean, you want to be entertained. I think that's what I think you guys are doing here. I think you're entertaining people, you're entertaining us. So I'm going to ask you, which I've asked some people during the talk, what's their hardest bit about prep? I'm going to ask you, what's the hardest bit about putting on a competition? Just one hard. Don't give me a list, because I'm going to also ask you what's the easiest. Okay. So what's one hard? It could be something that people can listen to. Maybe they got to overcome. So what's one hard, you reckon?
I think probably just the logistics. I mean, people wouldn't know. They see the end production here. But I mean, we were here till 11:30 last night. We were in here at 5 a.m. to make sure the lighting was perfect, to make sure the backstage area, all the chairs where they need to be. Again, anything that, would the athletes like this, would they prefer that? So it's probably just the hours on the tools, to be honest, that no one sees. And to be honest, I was very naive when you think you know what goes on until you live behind the scenes. And it's, event management, I've got mad respect for every industry that does it. But it's probably that, man. Just
all right. What was it easy?
Doing what I'm doing right now. Having conversations with good people where there's that relatability, seeing athletes. Sometimes I just stand off from to the side and sort of just reflect and have a look, and seeing coaches engage, athletes engage, and to think where this was. I remember when I was attending shows as a coach and seeing there were 45 competitor shows, and now knowing that our nationals had 120 athletes today for season A, and seeing everyone enjoy their day. There's a lot of camaraderie. There's no animosity. Athletes helping each other. I've got this. Do you need that? Whereas in the early days, it was very, hoodies on, don't talk to people. Versus now, we try and think of our shows as like a big community, and everyone's here to enjoy the day. Because if you're not enjoying the process, then what are you here for?
Okay, I'm going to finish off because I've asked everyone what their meal's going to be tonight. What's their cheat meal? Being that you've gone through this whole process, you don't need a cheat meal. But what's going to be a reward meal for you? I'm not going to say drink, because we don't drink, we're bodybuilders. No, but I'm just saying is, what do you reckon you're going to sit down and go, is it a steak Diane? This is what we've had. We've had Parmies, we've had Korean, we've had Chinese, we've had burger and chips, we've had Tim Tams. What else have we had? We've had carbonara with chicken, because I want the protein. What do you reckon you're going to have?
Well, I've got to know.
I've had steak as well.
Mine will be the same thing that I have every night. I'm heading overseas tomorrow morning, and I'm actually flying out tonight, so it'll probably be 150 grams of basmati rice, some chicken breasts, and probably just some veggies. And that'll be.
You sound like Ronnie Coleman.
Honestly, man,
Ronnie Coleman just eats chicken and rice.
I'm a creature of habit. I'll put a bit of a yam sweet chili sauce on there, but for me, I'm content with that. But I've got to fly. I'm heading overseas tomorrow, so I'll keep it very, very basic. But yeah, there's nothing too outrageous. Maybe if I was ever going to indulge, maybe it would be like a homemade gluten-free pizza, something like that. But I won't be having that tonight. I'll just be plain Jane.
You're too disciplined, mate. You're too disciplined, but we'll go with that.
I appreciate that, man. What are you going to have tonight?
Oh my God. I don't know. What am I having tonight, Chris? It's like, when you just get paid. I got paid. No, what am I going to have tonight?
What's your favourite cuisine? Enjoy Greek food?
I do enjoy Greek food, but I'll be honest with you, I'm chicken and rice.
Yeah, you're
I'm just chicken and rice. No, it's safe. I like tuna and rice.
Okay.
Like, meaning, let's say I'm going to have chicken and rice. If it's, let's just say, it's 100 grams of rice and 200 grams of protein, maybe this chicken and rice will be 200 grams of rice, 400 grams of chicken, and I'll throw olives, chili, you name it. I'll just throw extras in there, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'll just spice it up. That's what I'll do. But it's chicken and rice. It's always chicken and rice. All right, mate.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, go get him. We are backstage with
Kylie Conway.
Kylie, what have you competed? You've been on stage, or you not yet? Okay, so what are we competing in?
Yeah, fitness and sports.
How are you feeling?
Nervous and excited.
Okay. I have to ask, have you competed before? Is this your first time? What is it?
I competed before, but only for ICN. This is the first time I've competed in NBA.
And how are you finding it?
I'm a bit nervous about doing an eye walk, but once that's out of the way, then I'll be right.
Okay, so besides competing, how long have you been training, gym? How long have you been bodybuilding, whatever you want to call it?
I've only been at the gym for a year and a half, but I've been training for the last 6 months for this, yeah.
What did you do before that year and a half?
Just sport. That's it.
Sport?
Yeah.
So you've been a sporty person?
Yeah.
Did you find it foreign, the gym? And when you entered the gym, did you automatically think, I want to compete one day?
No. So I entered the gym for mental health reasons, and obviously it made me feel better. And then everyone said that I was pretty good. When I did my 6 weeks challenge, I won that because I gained 4 kilos muscle very quickly.
Yep.
And then it led into this.
I find, I was going to ask you, why do you go to the gym and why do you compete? Is it something to do with mental health?
It has got a lot to do with mental health. I suppose it's like an outlet, and
Yes.
it helps me. I have ADHD too, so it helps me like let out a release. And I also love it because that's a goal. You're looking for a goal, and it helps you. And you actually find it very rewarding. You meet people as well, which is really good.
Yeah, I found that sometimes I'm hearing that competition sets goals, food goals, rest goals, training goals, everything goal. My question is, what was the hardest thing in prep?
Hardest thing in prep. Hardest thing in prep was doing a pub crawl on Anzac Day with my whole family. I lasted 7 hours, and I even took my own food with me.
That's probably the hardest thing I've ever heard. That one's
And I also got kicked out of the hotel for eating a prep meal.
Now that's a rebel. And what was the easiest thing for prep? Easiest.
The easiest thing, working out. I love working out.
Everybody
I love
said
it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Why NBA and what do you love about it?
NBA. NBA to me is like one of the biggest shows. Yes. And it's like next level. So all the girls look fantastic. And there's a lot of my friends that compete in it. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do it.
You look fantastic. Now, after the comp's over, I want to know, what's your cheat meal? What are we eating? What donut are we having?
Okay, so I'm not really having a cheat meal because I'm doing IFBB in 7 weeks.
Oh, you're going to do the IFBB natural?
Yes, I'm doing the IFBB natural.
Good, good on you. Well done, well done. So what? All right, but you're going to have a meal. You're allowed to have one. What's it going to be?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I do feel like I will eat something, but I have no idea. Yeah. There's too many things I like to eat.
What's your favourite food?
Everything. There's too many food. Italian, Thai. I want garlic bread. Everything.
I think you're having garlic bread tonight. Well, I just want to wish you luck. Well done, and well done on competing here at this amazing competition. And, I think you're going to do well, and good luck going forward as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, backstage again with
Hayley Wiggins.
Hayley Wiggins?
Yes.
Okay, Hayley, I want to ask, what are you competing in? Have you competed or are we getting on stage soon?
Okay, so no, I'll be competing in fitness and in sports. It's my second competition. I competed last weekend in Tasmania for the States. So looking forward to going on stage today.
So I'm assuming this is your first season.
Yeah.
Have you competed before?
No.
What made you want to compete?
Just to tick off the bucket list, like I'm 40 and just the experience, wanted to try it, watched a friend do a show last year and went along and watched her and just thought, why not give it a go? Yeah.
So how long have you been training at the gym now? Like what, obviously...
I've always trained.
Okay.
I've always trained at the gym. We actually own a gym in Tasmania, the Strength Den. So I was into CrossFit to start with, did a little bit of powerlifting and now into bodybuilding. Yeah,
and can I ask, what was the hardest bit about prep? One hard
thing about prep is not going out for dinner with my family. I've got 3 kids, a partner, and that was our go-to thing. We just love going out and having meals together and spending family time together. So kind of secluding myself from doing that. So really looking forward to getting back into that.
So you had to be the biggest party pooper out. I know, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. And what was the easiest thing
to do? To turn up to the gym every day because I just love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It makes me feel good about myself and it's just a thing to tick off the bucket list. Yeah.
Now, being that you can go in any comp and do anything you want, why did you choose NBA and what do you love about it?
Just when I watched the NBA comp last year, I just seen how everything was run. I seen Jamie and Shawnee and seen them there and how they worked with everyone and just thought, I just want to be a part of it. It just looked fun. Like, why not be a part of that? So, that's why I went along with that.
Well, that sounds lovely. Now, what's it going to be? What's the I don't know. I keep calling it a cheat meal. We're not cheating here. I guess what's the meal going to be after chicken and rice, after rice cakes dry, after all the dry food?
Up in my room, I have loaded cookies and brownies.
Loaded cookies.
So that's
all right,
what I'm going for,
all right. That's the
sweet
first we've heard it. All right, loaded
Sweet
cookies
treats.
and brownies.
Yes.
All right, we're going to let everybody know that too, because we've had palmy, we've had Korean food, you name it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
No,
I
thank
wish you all the best.
Thank
well
you very
done.
much.
You look
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Good on you. Here again, backstage with
Mummy.
Mummy.
Yes.
Well, and
Ohms PT.
Right, guys. I'm going to ask you a few questions. First thing is, how long have you been training before we talk about comp?
I've been training with this lovely gentleman for the last 11 to 12 years.
11 to 12 years?
We've been on it together. We could have been married, see?
Oh my God. The relationships don't last that long, let alone training.
That's it, yeah.
Oh wow, that is, it's been a long time. And if I can, I'm going to ask you, seeing you've had it for so long, what do you see as a strength? What is it something you learned from her?
Oh, her dedication. No matter what life throws at her, no matter what's going on in her life, she shows up, she puts in that work, you know. We've had our ups and downs, but she always shows up and she's never like given up or, you know, taken a step back. She's always pushing forward.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Now, have you competed before?
Never.
So this is your first time? What are you competing in?
This is the midlife crisis, so that's what it is.
We're still, and let me tell you, it goes on for a long time.
Well, I'm competing in wellness, 40. That's the first one, and then first division, and then first sports 40 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you want to invite somebody on as well?
No, they're all good.
They're all good? I'm just making sure.
That's his clients as well. That's our gym members.
Oh, waving.
And
That's
wife.
wave. Make sure you wave to your wife.
Yeah.
And you've trained, competed. Tell me, why do you train? Why do you do what you do? Like, what is it? Is it a mental health thing? Is it, like I said, something of the past, a goal looking forward? What is it? Why do you train?
I think it's been mental health, but it's, you know, and I've got to dedicate this to my mom, because my mom, when I was probably my lowest, my mom said to me, you need to be at the gym. And after my dancing, so I'm really thankful for her. But it's mental health, but also it really boosts your mind when you're about to go to work. You know, it's about that, just getting that pump, like they say, before you get to work. You do you're fulfilling you before you get to the next stage. So yeah, it's about that for me. Yeah.
What about you? What do you think most? When you've trained many clients, what do you find most clients are coming to you for? Besides, like I said, losing weight, whatever. What do you find most clients wanting in life?
They come in, yeah, exactly. They just want to be in shape, they want to be fit and healthy, but at the same time, I do see a lot of that mental side where, you know, I'm a PT, but also kind of the psychiatrist at the same time. They always leave happier than when they come into the gym. Sometimes it's hard to get them into the gym, and then it's hard to, you know, get them out. Yeah.
It's funny how this sport, you wouldn't know, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you guys, but I never knew where this sport, no, but what this sport has given us in a sense of that mental stability. I don't think there's any other sport that does it, no soccer, because I guess the gym is there every day at any time we want to go, and it's an escape. So tell me, what was the hardest thing in this prep? One hard.
The eating, the food,
the
fish and egg for months.
I know. And what did you see during this prep that you knew about her, but surprised you that you could help her become better? What did you see inside the prep?
Her commitment to her diet.
Yes?
Yes. Where she actually locked in. She actually locked in, because we used to diet and then we'd have patches and stuff, but she actually locked in and dialed in, and she followed a proper diet for 6 straight months. With no crackers and cheese and biscuits in between.
Try.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I think I noticed the most out of her.
Some resilience there in that.
It is. It's all nutrition. You know, training is what 15%. Sleep and nutrition is the rest. You know, so yeah. No, she really dialed in her nutrition.
And all right, then, what was the easiest part of the prep?
Going to the gym. Going to the gym is easy, but I can go morning, noon, and night. You send me there, I can be there for 5 hours. He knows it. He'll be like, you still came back. You're still here. Someone said I needed a boyfriend. So yeah.
That's true. So tell me now, why did you choose NBA, and what do you love about it?
Okay, to be honest, my coach, Mike, he chose it for me because he looks at your prep time to see if you're ready. And yeah, I think the lead time, he was like, you're ready. At some point, when I got to a certain body fat, I said, you're ready. So yeah.
Okay. You can take any athlete to anywhere, any competition. You have no really affiliation with nobody. What do you find when you've been here with NBA watching behind the scenes?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is my first time and I've only been here like about 20 minutes, but so far I love it. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
We've been here all day.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, very professional.
Yeah, it is. No, so far from what I've seen as well, the class here is amazing, you know? Yeah.
Now, I'm going to finish off with this. I'm not assuming it's going to be crackers. What are we going to eat? What's our reward meal?
Pizza.
Pizza. What pizza are we going to have?
Margarita or pepperoni, and more cheese on that.
God. And what about you? What are you guys going to celebrate with?
Oh, I'll be going to Canterbury Kebabs.
Canterbury Kebabs. I love it.
For the area.
I love it. Well, guys, good luck. Well done. Awesome. And, mate, great to see you.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, you will. All right. Okay, here we are. Some amazing news. Who am I with?
Mareika Miller.
Now, Mareika, I think you've done amazing today. Do you want to tell everyone exactly your achievements today?
Thank you. I won the Figure Pro International and the Figure Pro show, which was a true honour with the NBA.
I actually watched that show. It was quite a showdown. I mean, you did amazing. I cannot believe the striations in your glutes. Not that, I mean, giving away looking at your backside, but wow. And I was actually on the stage, backstage with Michael. And he goes, you've got to look at this. And I sat there watching it, and Michael's going over your whole physique, talking about how you were and what you achieved.
Yeah, I am glute obsessed. I started bodybuilding in 2002. I did my first competition in 2003, and then 2004. Had a big break until 2014.
Yes.
Then I came back in 2023 to celebrate my 50th birthday. And so in 2023, I made it my mission to create these glutes that I was proud of. So it was a matter of obviously training really hard and heavy in the gym to build some density there, and then come in condition to be able to reveal
hard work.
Yeah.
Well, we had Brett Contreras on. You know Brett Contreras? The glute guy. We had him on the podcast. So what was your secret to getting great glutes?
What is it? Brett's something about threes.
All right.
So it's just hitting glutes from all the angles, lifting heavy, and I trained them in 2023 to bring them up 3 times a week, so they can handle volume. So
did you use some of Brett Contreras' theories, and or what did you?
Always, yes. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I want to hear this because we're going to use it with Brett Contreras.
He is, of course, a great proponent for hip thrusting, and so I took that on board, and that was my main lift. Also Romanian deadlift, so I was hitting from different angles, lots of deep stretches. I've got really good mind to muscle connection as well, and yeah, higher rep, lower rep. I was using everything from 8 right up to 20 reps depending on the exercise and the day.
He does know his stuff, there's no denying that, and he's actually quite educated in that area. It's not just he came out of the blue. So tell me, firstly, why do you train?
I really like the way it makes me feel. I mean, I've done everything over the years. So started with bodybuilding. Before that, I used to party a lot and didn't do anything really in my 20s, didn't do any fitness work at all. And then I discovered bodybuilding. I wanted to take my gym training to another level, and that's why I decided to compete. And then over the years, in 2010 I started CrossFit, so I took a step back from gym training and did a lot of CrossFit. Then I got into indoor rowing and ultra endurance hiking and mountaineering and racing mountain bikes, and I just love moving and doing all sorts of things and experiencing everything that my body can do, because it's a real gift and it's a real blessing to be able to have a healthy, strong, fit body to be able to pursue interesting, fun things.
It is like that when you look at the world today, what the bodies are like out there. But can I ask you then, what was the mindset that you wanted to start competing, and what kept you competing? Is there a different goal there, or is it the same?
I am very curious about what the body can do. I'm very fascinated how the body could be manipulated through nutrition and training protocols. I'm an extremely hard worker. I've got a very strong work ethic. I'm very goal driven, but I'm very process driven as well. So I not only enjoy being on stage, to be honest, I actually get more out of the process of getting on stage than being on stage itself. That's just something to work towards, but I'm driven to see what my body can achieve aesthetically through training, training and nutrition protocols. Basically, it's just curiosity.
But there's so many little goal sets in prep, isn't there? Just so many goal setting.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's empty when it's all over.
Yeah.
So tell me, it can be. What I'm saying is some people find that. Well, I don't. I've never actually competed. I just love the process of the diet, of changing seasons. Putting on size, getting into summer shape, even missing summer shape and thinking, how can I get it right next year? Like, there's a lot of things that happen. So tell me, what was the hardest thing about prep this time?
The hardest thing was just not thinking that I was getting in shape, which is crazy. So, I've got an incredible coach. We know what works. I do what she says. Of course I'm going to get in shape. But I wasn't questioning. The main thing was that I was comparing this prep to my last prep. I was looking at photos from my last prep to this prep, side by side. I'm like, I'm leaner there, I'm this far out, and I got in my own head, and then I realised that actually comparing that 2 years ago is completely irrelevant now. So once I let that go, it became easier. It was the easiest prep physically for me.
So I'm going to ask you, what was the easiest part of this prep?
Definitely the physical side. I dieted on high calories. I don't do any cardio in prep at all. 5-day split, up to 15,000 steps a day. Physically it was, and I think that's also why mentally it was a little harder, because it's like, hang on, I actually feel too good. I'm on high calories, this can't be working, and yet here we are. I went on a 6-month build phase prior to prep, whereas in my last season I came out of a mountain bike racing season straight into prep, because I sort of decided last minute to prep, but and I was still strength training, just not bodybuilding. All of that muscle was still there. This time around I went on a 6-month dedicated build, and we pushed calories high, and that allowed me to diet higher as well. So physically, training felt better, sleep was better, everything was better.
So tell me, why NBA, and what do you love about this federation?
I love the integrity of the directors as coaches and people and directors. I can see that they've really levelled up the entire industry here in Australia, which is awesome, and I want to support that. I believe in transparency in judging. I believe in judging criteria that is the same across the board from state to state. As a coach and as an athlete, we know what to expect. We know how to come in. We know what's expected. Their affiliation with the DFBA is really exciting for pro athletes like me, because that gives us an opportunity through the NBA to compete as an NBA pro on the world stage. So there's a lot of exciting times ahead for the NBA, and I, as an NBA pro, now having earned that today, I came in as an ICN pro, and having won the pro show, now I'm a dedicated NBA pro, which I'm really excited about. And so now I get the opportunity to compete on the world stage as an NBA pro.
So when's that happening?
I'm going to look at season B next year, or end of year comps next year. So I really wanted, it crossed my mind to push on for the end of this year, but it's been 25 weeks. I've still got a couple of comps to do this season, and it's not right for my body. I think I need to recover. I still need to bring up body parts because it's bodybuilding and we're never satisfied. So I need to work on some things, and I need a good 12 months to be able to do that, especially if I'm going on a world stage, because I'm not going to play. I'm there to contend. I want to be a contender on the world stage, and so I need some time.
That's the attitude everyone wants to hear. So tell me, after all this time, what's the meal going to be? What's the treat? What's the snack? What's the sweet? What are we going to eat?
I've still got 2 shows to do, so I've gone back to the room after this, and I've already had cucumber and kangaroo, so I'm back into depletion for the next probably 3 days, possibly 4, before I start front loading again for a comp next Sunday, and then I've got one the Sunday after that. So it's straight back to depletion. And then a couple of days after my last comp, I'm going to go to Bali to recover for six nights. Bali food's great. It's very fresh. I just want fresh food, like some fruits and fish and delicious things like that. And pizza, of course. Pizza. It's always pizza.
It's always pizza. Well, thank you for your time. I wish you luck. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you
done.
very much. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Okay, guys, I am here with your name?
My name is Aditsk. Ayuk.
Ayuk?
Yeah.
Hello. And yours?
It's Jake.
Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you first question. What did you compete in today? Or what did she compete in today?
Bikini.
Bikini?
Bikini.
And how did you go?
Yes. Юу 3 тарсан шүү дээ. Новист нь 3 тарсан.
Yeah, she
Bikini novice.
in novice.
Bikini novice.
Bikini novice, she's in third today.
Third?
Third, yeah.
Congratulations. Was this your first time?
No, it's her second time.
Second time, but first season? First time she's competed this season?
Энэ одоо дахны удаад оролцож байгаа. Энэ өдөр дахны удаад.
Тий. Үгүй энэ өдрөөс дөө. Энэ өдрөөс дөө анх удаа оролцсон. Энэ сая 7 өдрийн өмнө IC дарсахгүй.
It's her first time in the season.
Okay. How did you find it? Is it everything you thought it would be?
Sorry, say it again.
So how did you find the competition?
Yeah.
And is it what she thought it would be? Is it like what she thought it would be?
Яаж энэ нэг тэмцээнд дуудалтанд орсон бай. Тэгээд энийг ямар хурдсан гэж бодсон бай.
Тэр юу гэж хэлэх юм бэ? Яаж
олсон?
Олсон.
Олж оролцсон. Тэгээд ямар хурдсан гэж бодсон.
Багш маань санд болгосон. Тэгээд айгуус тэтгэж орж байгаа. Багш юу санд болгосон байна?
Okay, her teacher to compete this competition.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
My course.
And was it everything she thought it would be? So did she enjoy the competition? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. Does she normally train at the gym? Besides competition, does she normally train at the gym?
Тэмцээнээс гадна чи хэвийн үедээ яг gym хийдэг үү, юу хийдэг?
Yes.
How many years has she been training?
Хэр олон жил хийж байгаа? Хэр олон жил gym хийж байгаа? 3 years.
3 years. Well done. Congratulations. What made her want to compete? What made her want to compete?
Чамаг одоо юу энэ тэмцээнд оролцоход нөлөөлсөн бэ?
Юу гэж нөлөөлсөн? Одоо юу гэж хэлэх вэ тэр?
Inspiration. Юунаас мотивation.
Ер нь одоо жимд ороод анх ирүүлэх гэж орсон шүү дээ. Тэгээд одоо өөрийгөө дахин өөр үнсээс харахыг хүсэв.
Okay, she went firstly she went to the gym to get wellness, you know, to fit, you know, and then it turned to
competing.
Yeah, fight herself.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Well done. Congratulations. What was the hardest? Excuse me. What was the hardest thing about the prep?
хамгийн анхны юунд хамгийн анх хэцүү байсан бэ?
Юунд жимд ороход.
Зүгээр тийм ингээд
өөрийгөө хөгжүүлэхэд одоо хамгийн хэцүүсэн энэ гар ямар ч мэдээгүй байгаад. Тэгээ нөгөө гантил өргөж байх хэлээ.
It's her arm, her left arm. She can't feel her arm normally.
So you were injured?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see.
It's old injury actually.
Oh my God! So exercising got her.
Yeah.
All right. What was easy about the prep? What did she find easy?
Okay. Эндээс хамгийн амархан нь юу байсан бэ? Хамгийн амархан гэж хамгийн амархан юу байсан бэ? Боцноос илүү. Okay, it's
working her glutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can work that one out. Working her glutes, and why NBA? And what does she love about this federation?
Энэ юуны NBA хамгийн чам дуртай хэсэг нь юу гэсэн бэ гэнэ. Одоо энэ холбоо байгаа шүү дээ.
За,
National
энэ холбоо,
Bodybuilding
за.
Australia. Энэ холбооны юунд хамгийн чамд юунд хамгийн дуртай?
Одоо юу одоохонд яг анх оролцож байхдаа сайн мэдгүй. Гэхдээ тайзлсан амар гоё хэлээ.
Okay. She loves the organization and of course stage and organize everything. Yeah, it's really thoughtful. It's really good. Yeah.
Okay, last question. What is she going to have to eat now? Now that she can eat anything she wants, what's she going to have?
Okay. Чи юу бүх юм идмээр байгаа. Гэхдээ чи яг одоо юу идэх хүсэж байна вэ? Хамгийн дөрөнд юу?
Хамгийн дөрөнд самбартай шилтаад.
Chocolate with the nuts.
Chocolate with nuts. I think it's great. I think it's perfect. It's funny, many athletes have said they want Asian food, but not you guys. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you for the interpretation. You know Bex, do you?
Oh, she's my posing coach. She's a badass bitch.
She's your what?
She's my posing coach.
Do you want to come in this, Bex? You want to be next to us? Come on. Oh, everyone's welcome. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to share some questions. It's like a.
She's my main gal.
All right, we're here with the main girls then. All right, let's talk main girls. We all know Bex. We don't need to really. But tell us about you. Your name?
Hi, I'm Josephine.
Josephine. Okay, Josephine. My first question is: have you competed before?
I have.
Where?
With ICN in 2019 and 2023.
Okay. Can I ask why are you competing? Is there a personal reason why you want to compete?
Yeah, I love the evolution and transformation of the human body.
Yes.
I love pushing myself. I like doing hard things.
You like doing hard things. And can I ask, besides competing, you obviously love the gym. I'm assuming, how long have you been training at the gym for?
2015.
Yep,
was my first kind of foray into fitness and actually training with weights. My very first coach, she actually came to the show today, so hi Laura. She was the one who kind of introduced me to all the proper weightlifting, and then my second coach has actually made his way through the industry, and he's a judge.
Okay, just like another question, why did you start training? Is there a reason why you started training?
Health and fitness, I think, have just always been something I have been interested in. Like as a kid, I loved watching beauty pageants, but I also loved watching the gymnastics in the Olympics. I loved the strength of the women, liked seeing them flip, loved acrobatic, all that kind of stuff. So muscles, just very fascinated with how the human body could grow them.
It is fascinating. Before I go over to Bex in a second, obviously she was your posing coach.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what did you discover? How did you find posing? One, the challenges of it, but the importance of it, and did you feel like it gave you that confidence as well?
Yeah, it's huge. I think I work in tech, so I like to explain to people that the body is like the product, and you're releasing and launching the product. A lot of people really suck at marketing, and they need to know how to communicate the message that they want to communicate through their posing. And so the presentation and how you present what you're going to communicate through your body, what kind of energy and personality, your personal brand, how that shines through. I think Beck is just, she's the best at it and knows how to draw that out of people and bring that to the forefront.
She's quite the character. Beck, I want to know, you obviously help many people in many ways. We've talked about that on the podcast quickly. But what I want to know is, what did you already know about her that you thought, wow, that's a real good strength, but what did you also have to bring in to help her out?
I think Josephine is by far the most passionate athlete that I've come across in a very long time. Mm-hmm. And she's also someone who is just truly loves this sport in terms of she comes to every single show. She backs every single one of her fellow teammates, which is, as we know, shows are long. They go over time a lot. And she's prepping as well. So for that, and she does it every season and she's always the biggest supporter of everyone. And it's been really nice, I think, for today, for basically everyone of all of her friends and family to be able to repay that favour. I think for Josephine, she definitely is an amazing athlete in terms of posing. She's probably struggled with anterior tilting the most, which is sticking those glutes out. But our sessions are filled with so much laughter and fun. And I think as an athlete, you've got to remember about what you're doing. You know, here at this show, you know, we're at Bankstown Sports Club. We're not at the Olympics. So you have to have fun with it, because at the end of the day, this is a hobby, an amazing hobby, and she's worked so hard at it. And so it's about making sure that as an athlete, when she steps on stage, she has the best time.
So tell me, what was, because it's going to be two hards, what was the hardest thing about posing?
My goodness. The hardest
Just
thing,
one
I
hard.
think, letting go.
Letting go,
Yeah,
okay, letting go.
letting go.
What was the, I'm going to still stick with hard, what was the hardest thing about prep?
Staying focused.
Yeah?
Yeah. And just saying no. I think a lot of people have a hard time saying no.
Biggest
and
party
it's-
pipping time of your life, isn't it, really?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to be party pipper. What was the easiest part of posing?
Oh, rocking up and just like having fun. Yeah. I
She
think-
seems fun, Beck.
Yeah.
All right. And what was the easiest part about prep?
Easiest part. Do you know, a lot of people say the food's the hardest, but it actually wasn't, and maybe that's what made the difference this time. I had a great coach, Luca. Luca is the best. Well, for me, he was the best, and just helped me repair my relationship with food. Yeah.
It is a relationship with food, isn't it? All right. NBA. Why NBA? And what do you love about the Federation? Seeing we're here.
I love that they're all about raising the standards. I really love their bold approach to just shifting the industry, taking that leadership role, and kind of just pivoting things in the direction that I had always been sus on the whole thing. So, yeah, just the fact that they are really confident in taking it that direction.
Seeing Bex, you don't have an affiliation with anyone really, other than the Australian Posing School. Tell us something about NBA. Tell us about the experience, your day here today, everything.
I love NBA. When I first started teaching posing 7 years ago, NBA was the first federation that actually gave me the time of day. And, you know, that really meant a lot to me right back then, and that was when NBA also decided to start as well, so there was something really special about that. I love NBA because it allows every single athlete to have really quality stage time, and from the way that the show is run in terms of the communication, it's just very professional. So I love NBA in terms of being able to make sure that every athlete has great stage time, they're fairly judged, and yeah, that's why I love it.
Yeah, they seem to be very good communicators and listeners as well for some reason, these guys. I'm going to finish with this question for both of you. What are we going to eat tonight? What are we having? Sushi?
Still open.
If it's open.
Okay, no, sushi, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about you?
Chicken.
Chicken?
I've got chicken breast in my lunch
Chicken
box.
and rice?
No, just chicken and veggies.
I was going
I
to...
want a mini cup, man. I need to get my abs out. Look at this. Look what I have to deal with.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. Look at me. I've lost a lot of weight, by the way. I've done very well. But I do chicken and rice too, but I didn't bring enough. I left it at home. We drove off and I went...
Tuna and rice.
Where do I get that from?
I don't know, like Coles around here.
All right. We're off to Coles now. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Hey, guys. Here with one of the owners of NBA. I'll get him to introduce himself.
My name's Michael Trimboli. I'm one of the directors of NBA.
So before we start, have you competed?
Yeah, I competed back in 2011, so a while ago. And then I had about a 10-year hiatus, and then came back to the stage in 2022.
2022. Okay. How long did you have off?
It was 11 years.
Can I just ask why?
I think just in general life and not putting that goal first. You know, I had a career, I was working on that, then I bought a house, I did some travel.
Yeah.
So just life caught up with me. Before I knew it, it was 11 years had passed.
So being that a person that has competed, been a coach, and like everything, like the rest of you, Michael had mentioned, if his athletes want to go and compete somewhere else, that's all great. You know, I mean, it's all about the sport and making bodybuilding great. But I want to ask, what made you decide you wanted to partner here with NBA?
I think there was a lot of things that, as a coach and an athlete, that we were a little bit frustrated about within the industry.
Yep.
And we wanted to make some changes, and we'd reach out to some federations, talk to some of the directors, the heads of them, and we would give our feedback and nothing would ever change. And then we had a really honest chat between the three boys, Michael, who's one of my best mates, and the other director, and Scotty as well. And we're like, do we start our own federation here? Like, what are we going to do?
I think I remember that conversation you guys had on a podcast.
And then I said, look, I've been talking to Stu. I get along with Stu. We put athletes in Stu's show. I reckon he's ready for a change. Let me have a chat with him and let's see how this goes. I had a chat with him. He's like, you know what? Perfect timing. I'm actually looking for people to come on board. We know each other well. We work with each other well. Yeah, let's make it happen. And that's how it all came together.
So before we get on, tell us about how your interpretation of, not impersonation, interpretation of Stu. Tell us how you see the character and what made you believe you could partner with him, that's one. And how has the partnership been?
I think Stu, from the outside, looks like he's got a hard exterior.
I've heard that. I look like I've got a hard exterior myself, but go on.
But he's very soft at heart, to be honest. Yeah. Like, a lot of times it surprises me where he gets quite emotional over some decisions, or when people are getting emotional about their win, or having family up on stage and things like that. You know, a little tear comes out of Stu's eye, which is sweet. Like, he means that he really, really wants the best for those athletes.
It's unreal.
So that's what I think Stu's all about. He just wants the best for the athlete, for the industry, for the federation. And that was one of the reasons why we worked so well together, because we wanted the exact same thing. We're all slightly different in different ways, but working with Stu has been amazing. And NBA from the start had a great value system and foundation. Obviously, we just gave it that little nitrous boost that it needed to kind of bring it to where it is right now.
Is Stu happy?
I would hope so.
Okay.
I would hope so. The federation has grown exponentially since we started, so I'd assume that he's happy.
Well, Michael spoke on the podcast highly of you guys as your mates, even called you guys mentors. I'm sure you must find each other. They say in business, and friendships as well, I guess, but especially in business, you tend to work with those people that help your weakness. They got the strength, and you vice versa. You're the strength to their weakness. Is that what you found here?
100%. Like, I admire so much about Michael because he's different to me, but different in a good way.
Yes.
And the way he acts and the way he treats other people and his characteristics that he has, I look up to those because I wish I had them too.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah. Like, you interviewed him on your podcast, right? You see how amazing he is and how charismatic, and he's so easygoing, and he just wants the best for everyone. And
it makes you feel good, like it makes you feel like you're achieving great things.
Yeah.
It's just turning up is going to make you feel great.
I know. So that's what I love about Michael, and yes, when I look at him, I think I'd love to be like that, more like that.
All right, I think we'll leave it there with Michael. We don't want to make it the Michael show. All right, since I asked this to all the athletes about what's the hardest thing in prep, you're not prepping, but what's the hardest thing putting on a show?
Oh, okay, putting on a show.
It's just the hardest thing. One hard thing we need.
I think for me, it's wanting to go above and beyond and feeling like you're not, doing everything you possibly could do. But even though the athletes tell you are. But, it's just that kind of that fear that you're just not doing enough.
Okay.
But I think maybe it's like a little bit of that underdog mentality as well.
I'm an underdog. Let's talk about what was the easiest, because I asked people what was the easiest about their prep. What's the easiest about putting on this comp?
The easiest thing is probably talking to you and having...
This is easy. Okay, I'll go with that.
The easiest thing is probably having good people around that just have good conversations, and you just have a good time. Yeah. It's so easy where you can walk around, bump into anyone, and you would have seen today, right? Everyone is just so happy to be here and just absolutely love the sport and love the industry. That's the easiest part.
I think this is also what we try to do. You've kindly invited us, given us all these passes, and we feel, well, let's make our job worthwhile in giving something in return. Hopefully when we load this up, it'll be a great joy, a great success. I'm just going to ask two more questions. I think they're two. One, why did you take up training? What was the reason you decided not only to take it up, It can be egotistical, it can be anything. But why continue it, and what have you learnt from it? What does training mean to you? For me, training it's my Superman, I guess. I'm Clark Kent every day, but when I'm training, it's the only thing I can try to be strong at, and it feeds me an attitude that everything I do, maybe business, being a dad, I can turn up my best because I've done some groundwork, which is training. And without that, I never feel like I can turn up my best. So training has done that for me. And it's helped me with, I guess, mental health, but most importantly, I feel it gives me a strong foundation on top of everything I want to be. What about yourself?
I think the meaning has changed over time. Yeah. When I first started training, the meaning was to try to be like my dad, to try to be strong like my dad, because I used to watch my dad train in the basement at our house, and as I used to be a little 4-year-old kid trying to push some dumbbells, so it was trying to be like dad is how it all started. And it eventually evolved into a bit of a weight loss journey, because during school, during year 12, I just was studying so hard that I probably didn't take care of my diet. So then post that, turning 18, wanting to lose weight, so it kind of went into that. And then after that, it's more like, I think I actually like this. I think I'm kind of good at this. I think I'm getting a lot of enjoyment. And I've never been into team sports, and I'm one of those people that I'm very practical, logical, and you do something, you see a result. Yeah. That's how it works for me. So that's why training works really well, because you do something and you get a result.
I like it as well, and I think I have to be honest with you as well. I think I was the fat kid. And not only that, I think the fat kid never leaves me, so I've got to fight that guy off. I'm like, get away from me. I've asked everyone this. What are we eating tonight?
I really don't know, to be honest.
I mean, you don't need a cheat meal like everyone else here, but what are you going to have?
I think I finished my breakfast at 3 p.m. today, because we're just absolutely flat out.
I haven't eaten. This is the first time I haven't eaten all day, so yeah. I'm amazed. I'm putting up with all this too. But come on, what are we going to eat tonight, you reckon? What do you reckon? What would you like to have? If you were a competitor now, is it like ribs, a steak? I've heard pizza. We've had carbonara. We've had sushi, we've had Korean, Chinese, burgers and fries, Tim Tams. I've heard it all.
Look, I think just a chicken snitty would be good.
Mate, I've heard of Parma too, man. I think we're going Parma. Well, mate, congratulations. Well done.
So appreciate it.
Keep it going. Cheers. Thank you. And who am I talking to?
Maddie Kiernan.
Maddie, and your coach?
Hayley Murphy.
Wow. Okay. We watched this all unfold. So I got a bit of background on this.
Yeah.
It's your first season.
It is my second show.
Your second show. Where was your first show?
ICN Super Bodies in Sydney.
And then?
This one.
And is this your first something as well?
She's my first prep athlete.
I mean, you didn't waste any time, did you?
No.
Tomorrow you're going to get a lot of messages, you know that. You're going to be busy all week. All of a sudden the business was quiet. There was crickets, and now it's going to be going nuts, all selecting you. Is it, I'm going to ask you both the same question. Is it what you expected or more?
It's not what I expected at all. I kind of just came in here with the attitude of whatever happens, happens. I'm proud of myself either way. I did not expect to leave here.
I want to show all these trophies too. Let me hold that. I'll hold the pro card.
With 3 gold medals and a silver and a pro card.
A silver in a pro show.
In a pro show.
In a pro show. Silver in a pro show. Yeah. We had to wait to get you. We saw the win and then we had to wait. Tell me, so you were saying that you just wanted to turn up. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do your best.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the whole thing with this prep was I wanted to push myself and I wanted to see what I could do. And then coming to show day, I just thought whatever the judges decide is whatever happens, but
Isn't that great? That's probably the best advice, turning up your best, not worrying about everyone else. But what about you? Is what you expected or is it more?
I knew she was destined for great things. I expected that she would do well, not in a cocky way, but in a way that she has champion mentality and she'll do absolutely anything it takes. Like, she works so hard and she does everything that she needs to do. She ticks all the boxes and she never complains, and she's so, so humble. So I expected great things of her just because that's who she is, and I saw your potential from day one.
Well, obviously, Beck said the same thing up there on stage. So tell me, have you trained before you competed? Like, how long have you been training for, and why do you train?
So I've been training for quite a few years now, but it was kind of just on my own.
heading into the gym, doing whatever, like didn't have much of a routine.
Was there a reason why you trained besides, I mean, some people have reasons? Do you have
Well,
any?
I've always been a sporty person. Like I grew up, I did dance, I did karate, I did touch football, OzTag, and then once I stopped all of those, the gym kind of became the thing that I did. Like after school, I'd go to the gym, or before and after work, I'd go to the gym. But I didn't really have a whole lot of knowledge. And then Hayley came along, and Hayley and I actually went to school together. So once she started coaching, she actually advertised an 8-week challenge, and I kind of went, you know what, I might see where this goes, I might try it, and then look at me now.
I know. What an 8-week challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask, what was the hardest thing in the prep? Just one hard. Maybe nothing, but maybe one hard.
There were quite a few things, but I think really it was kind of getting over pulling myself back when it comes to confidence. So I've always been told that I'm too loud and too much and too weird. So I kind of ended up pulling back on that. And throughout this whole prep with Hayley and with Beck especially, we've worked on like my confidence. And that I would say that that's probably been the hardest thing to work on. But
Wow, no, I love that.
yeah.
I'm going to ask you, obviously training her, you saw something in her. So what did you think you could bring to her that you knew she had? And what else did you add to her?
I think 99.9% of it was already there, and it was just showing her that she has everything there. She has the ability to apply herself and dedicate herself and just show up no matter what, and that she has what it takes. Like that confidence was in there. I knew it was in there. I knew we had to bring it out, and I knew that I just needed to bring out that self-belief, because that was that final little missing touch that she was holding her back. So I think the moment that we were able to bring out that, like, yeah, I can do it, is that was the tipping point. That was a major tipping point.
So what was easy about the prep?
The routine, actually. I really thrive on routine, and I was very, very strict with it. Same thing every single day, and I loved every single second of it.
Being the NBA, I'll ask both of you, I'll ask you first. How did you find the experience, and why did you choose NBA, and why do you love it?
So obviously being new to this, like I came in not knowing who the federations were. I asked Hayley for her advice, Beck for her advice, and it wasn't until Beck had brought up NBA that I kind of started to do my research. Now from the get-go, from registration till now, everything has been amazing. It's been like everybody's been so nice, so helpful, like it's been great. So yeah.
Wonderful. Being a coach that doesn't have any affiliation with anyone and shouldn't have, tell us what you like about NBA and what you've experienced here.
Honestly, sorry. I've never had anything to do with NBA before. I've competed myself in the past only with NABA, ICN and IFBB, and I never had anything to do with NBA. I never really looked into it, but as soon as Beck brought it up, I had a look and I was instantly like, yes. I love the way that the shows are run. They're run very professional. Everyone's so helpful and so kind, so anytime there's been an expo or something on and NBA has had a stall up, they're always so willing to help, and they're so chatty and friendly, and I really love that. But yeah, I think the stage production is amazing. The quality of athletes is amazing, especially for a natural federation. So I'm beyond happy with this.
Okay. So I've asked everyone, I'm going to ask you as well. What's going to be the meal? What is our reward meal? What are we having?
I've been thinking about this for a while.
Tell us all.
I just want a big bowl of pasta.
Ooh. Pasta, yeah. Someone said carbonara. What are you going to have with chicken? Because they've got to get their protein, obviously.
Outback Steakhouse does a really good chicken and prawn pasta. So
Outback Steak? Are they in the area?
I don't know. I'm gonna find one and I'm gonna
Write that
eat
down,
it.
Chris, at Backstage House. What is it? Prawns and...
Chicken and prawn pasta.
Chicken and prawn pasta. Wow, what kind of sauce is it?
It's like a creamy sauce.
Oh, it's got a
good.
rosa.
Has a little bit
It's a
of a
rosa,
spice.
you know, that's what it's called.
delicious.
It's a rosa. It's cream and tomato. What about you? What's going to be your meal tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, I'm probably just going to go home and have my meal prep.
Chicken and rice. All we have is chicken and rice. Well, congratulations. Super proud of you. We were just watching that unfold. We're actually kind of slowly wrapping it up. We said, all right, one more, Chris, for the road. We have to get you on. Obviously, because of the story of turning up yourself as well. It's a great story. Well done, girls. Onwards and upwards, I'd say.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it. Cheers. No worries. All right. You too.
My guy.
We're on, mate.
It's a great man.
You're a great man.
In the flesh this time, bud.
We're in the flesh. I told you I'm better looking in real life.
You're already a 10, so you're a 12 now.
Mate, congratulations.
So much.
Wait till you hear the feedback out there. I've heard Stu likes to cry. Well, he's going to bawl his eyes out with this one, mate. But we spoke to your partners in crime. Beautiful. Spoke about you highly, and Stu. We got them to give us a little bit of, because you can't be in the interviews, to talk on your behalf.
Nice.
I just want to say thank you so much. Anything you want to leave us with?
Man, first of all, appreciate you being here, taking the time to come out and just be a part of it. You know, I told you that there's some beautiful moments that happen on these stages, and just being here, you kind of get to feel them, and being backstage and speaking to our athletes and stuff. Hopefully, you know, you've really taken in what natural bodybuilding is all about. And I know, you know, you're a big supporter of the sport. You're a big supporter of natural bodybuilding. So I want to thank you for being here. Obviously, having me on as a guest, and you know, I hope that we can continue to, you know, side by side promote bodybuilding in all of its forms across Australia and globally. Been some great conversations.
I think 30 people.
It'll be like 2 hours of it.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's going to explode. I can tell you. I can tell you. Get ready. It's going to explode. But it's our job with your gift. So, like I said, let's make bodybuilding great.
Absolutely, man.
I love what you did, man. Honestly, it blew me away. Sincerely, thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Go on and finish this place.
Blow
it up. All right,
thanks,
man.
guys.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.